And the mothers, they had the roles of creating medicine.
In the kitchen.
Yeah. No.
So in your professional opinion, let's say in the martial arts kind of field, what's the best martial art?
Full MMA.
Full
MMA is the best martial art.
If you had to pick one from any of the mixed martial arts, which one would be the most important?
I would pick to combine them all. MMA.
No, that's an interesting question.
Okay, one.
Give me a situation.
Look, in a situation, no, I'm saying in terms of self-defense, in terms of everyday kind of defense.
People would say boxing.
Controversial. That's my choice.
Sorry, people would say wrestling. But for me, I think it's not Muay Thai, actually, kickboxing.
Yeah,
something that will allow you to move very fast and also strike people down with, like, have the ability to neutralize your opponent with one shot and move to avoid other attackers.
Other stuff, yeah. You know what? For me, I think the best kind of martial arts for self-defense and in general kind of protecting yourself, jiu-jitsu and wrestling.
Jiu-jitsu and
wrestling.
But if you don't know how to use your hands,
and let's say you two guys are attacking.
Yeah,
you.
that's the thing. That's when it gets difficult. Yeah.
See, with kickboxing, no joke. If you have any experience and you face 5-6 guys that have no experience, if you're smart, you can put them all to sleep.
Yeah.
Wrestling, you can't. You will take them down. They'll jump on you.
No, because the reason why I say that,
one-on-one,
majority of fights usually end up on the ground or end up grappling. It's always like just this is a small grab. If you don't know what you're doing, but sometimes like in a normal street fight, you don't know where it's gonna end up in.
And you might get
maybe
jumped.
the guy's already next to you, close to you, or zakhak from behind. You need to know how to get out of it and do something. And this is just for me. Like even if when I get inshallah soon kids, I want to first off teach them jiu-jitsu and wrestling. That's like the first.
For kids, yes.
Definitely, this is like one of the most.
As a base, I agree. Jiu-jitsu.
Because I used to do kickboxing, Muay Thai.
You told me. You had a bad injury. You told me.
Not just bad injury. I had a bad situation that happened.
Coach.
Oh, this is a nice story.
He told me. He doesn't know. Tell him.
You want me to tell you the story what happened? All right. So I used to be in kickboxing. I used to represent the UAE in some matches as well here and there. So I was pretty good. I was still kind of beginner, amateur. It's been 2 years. Like I've been every day. I lived and breathed kickboxing. When I traveled to Thailand as well, I used to enter like these kind of small camps, like the Muay Thai camps, train 3 times a day. And this was like on holiday. Like I was with my dad and he tells me, let's go out. I'm like, no, I got some training to do. So I was very, very committed to this kind of stuff, the kickboxing and Muay Thai. My coach, I committed everything to him. I saw him as like a father figure. Like anything he says, okay. Even smoking, I used to smoke like 25, 30 times a day in terms of midwakh. Because of him, I put it down to like 5 times a day. And even I was trying to quit as well. So I had different fights in the UAE. I won 2 fights, lost 0, no losses. Then we went to Morocco for a big Arab kind of tournament. So there was different kind of Arab countries that came to Morocco. I was representing the UAE. And these guys are no joke, but these guys are 10, 15 years, 20 years. I've been training for like a year and a half, 2 years at that point. I didn't have that much kind of experience that they had, I got knocked out in 20 seconds. It was hilarious because I don't even remember getting knocked out. I just remember waking up backstage. I don't remember anything.
What did he hit you with?
A kick. I think apparently a kick to the head. I was so surprised by his striking ability because I've been hit before in Adi. Like I've been sparring, I've been in 2 fights already. When I'm blocking, you're blocking, Like when you get punched, you know how it feels. This guy, while I was blocking, the punch was hard. The strength was too much. I was confused. What happened,
You never faced that level
of... Never. And I checked later on, the guy I fought, he's a Palestinian, 20 years experience. This guy fought in Korea, America, everything. This guy fought everywhere. He has so many fights under his belt, This is like my first kind of like international fight, okay? So I didn't really think I was going to win. But, I tried to get it as a learning experience, So I woke up backstage and my coach was there and I was telling him like, I don't really remember anything, And he laughed. He started laughing at me. He's the whole time, the whole trip, even after traveling back, he kept laughing. it hurt, you know. Like how can someone like a coach, like someone I saw as a father figure, you know, laugh? Yeah, right. I wish he got mad. I wish he got mad. I wish he was like, oh, you did horrible. I wouldn't mind that. But the fact that he's just laughing, like,
you want to see emotion. You want to see it affecting him like it affects you.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I wish he did that, but nothing. Came back home. I went back to one class. They kept laughing even in the class. It didn't feel the same anymore. It really kind of hurt deep, you know. I'm like, screw this. I'm not gonna continue. I just stopped right then and there.
Because one of the things that pulled you in is you feel a brotherhood. صح. You belong to the group, and exactly. when they mock you. تخيل you feel you saw something similar in a competition صح? I remember you got pissed off صح one time.
But first of all, I'm sorry, man. As a representative of the sport, wallah, I'm sorry, because I remember you told me the story. You told me a while ago, like, I'm sorry, man.
No, it's I mean, of course, it's you can't really help it.
Especially being a coach, I coach kids now.
Yeah,
and this is a soft spot for us.
No, I can tell. I mean, it's very important to have that kind of coach figure to be there, not just in terms of just workouts, life in general. They teach these kids, you know.
One of the we have also the youth class. I'm very involved with them in terms of they send me messages, bro, sometimes at night.
Yeah.
You know that they want you to reassure them with something.
Yeah.
Well, he sends me a video at 11 p.m. Coach, captain, would this technique work? Would this model show?
Wallah, that guy.
Not only that, يا أخي, they share. مثلا family issues sometimes they share with me. I give advice. This is something they look for.
It's a personal thing for them.
But then you come and treat them in a way where you like they're nothing.
Yeah.
You know. But now, for me, this is very personal. When I see a coach or a guy in the martial arts community, not giving
like actually caring and stuff. Yeah, I get it 100%. Let me tell you a bit like how I was back then as well. Growing up, also when I was in my teenage years, I was a very shy kid. I was scared. I wasn't as open as I am now. I wasn't as confident as I am now. I went into kickboxing in a mindset of, if I learn kickboxing, I can kick anyone's butt.
It's normal.
Strong, I want to be strong and stuff like that. No one can push me over. No one can I was bullied as a kid as well. So, this could help with the confidence and stuff like that. It did the opposite. Kickboxing didn't make me more violent or anything like that. It made me less inclined to fight people.
Yep.
This is everyone says this in martial arts. You learn it. You don't want to really fight. It teaches you not to get into fights and stuff like that.
That's a result of confidence.
Yeah. Exactly. And because of that confidence really helped me throughout life. So the coach teaching me all this kind of stuff, what you guys said, it's very important to the person. So when I stopped, I'm like, it sucked. Because it is what it is. It happens.
Man, why am I saying sorry? Like Yousef a while ago, he said like I can get you someone to replace the kids class because it was supposed to be a temporary thing. And I remember I told him no, I'm too invested now.
Too invested.
Yeah, too invested because it's beyond just teaching martial arts. It's like تدخلونني سلام عليكم. You get me? Like these small things that would go a long way. Learn to control your breath. This will help you in your emotions. This will help you with a lot of things. When you go home, you're angry, you don't scream, you breathe. Then you think about what you want to say. Like those small key things. One of the kids recently came to me and he's like, Coach, listen, he's a new kid. He's like, the reason I want to do this is because I'm changing schools now and I'm going from a private school to a public school. And you know how public schools are. Yeah. And please help me to learn how to defend myself. And I swear to God, I had to hold back my tears, Like I looked at him and I'm like, don't worry, I'll take care of you. Like, you stick with me, I'm going to teach you not only to defend yourself, destroy whoever you want.
And I swear that's a sign of a good coach, Salah. And I applaud you for that, Salah. I really do.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, definitely.
That's really how it's supposed to be. And it's supposed to be fulfilling for the coach.
Yeah.
So for me, it's also healing a lot of wounds that I never got to heal myself. You get me? So I told my wife this yesterday. I'm swearing as I'm saying it because it's a bit sensitive to me. I might even be a bit weak to their emotions. Like Yousef came and got angry at me yesterday because they've been playing in the ice bath and the sauna, and he's like, get a grip. I'm like, they finished their class, let them have some fun. Thursday is a fun class. Like we do half serious training, I give them good lessons, and then go and have fun. I'm going to prepare the ice bath for you, go swim, enjoy. And let's hope I don't be very soft.
You're right, it's discipline, right? I mean, it's discipline.
Oh, they control him, wallah. They coach him.
No, not anymore. Like in the beginning, because you see, like some touchy things happened, so I needed to come in and not immediately be an enforcer. I need to win their love first, their respect, and then become an enforcer. Therefore, whatever I try to enforce will not be seen as a
rule or something.
It's coming from a perspective where I want to attack them. It comes from a perspective where, hey, you remember I've been taking care and making sure you guys are having fun and I'm caring for you guys. So even if I'm being angry or being a bit harsh, that means I come from the same place. I come from a loving and caring place where I want you guys to listen to me because I know what's better for you.
That could lead as well to parenting. I mean, that's the same thing, right?
Yep.
I think he's practicing on them.
He's practicing for him in the future, inshallah. So how did you learn it? I mean, may I ask, I don't know if it's personal or not, like how were you parented specifically?
No, this...
Curveball.
Let's come back to this.
Let's come
the reason why I will answer the question, but let's come back.
No worries. The reason why I'm asking this because my book will be coming out hopefully next month. It's called Parenting Through the Lens of Faith. So it's analyzing all the kind of parenting styles, different religions, even cultures and stuff like that. So it's more of a psychological research as well as cultural, social impacts, as well as personal kind of things I see. It's not like a guide to tell you how to parent. It's just more of teaching to see how different kind of religions parent their children. You know, the reason why I wrote this book, it starts off as a question for me because I mean I was parented. I get this a lot, by the way, because people when they hear I'm writing a book about parenting, they're like, why are you writing a book? You're not even a parent yourself. What are you doing? You know. But then if that's the case, then why does anyone have an opinion about anything?
It's like you doing a research and you showing the people what you're learning along the way.
100%. If you have an opinion, let's say in politics or opinion on MMA, or if you don't do those things, it's still an opinion. You see what you, and everything is online. Everything you read, everything is there. You know?
But I would disagree with one thing. Like you mentioned this slightly before jumping on the podcast, which gave me a lot of time to think about it. No, it gives you the right to speak about parenting because you were a subject of parenting.
Exactly. And I was parented myself.
So you cannot say, what do you have to say about parenting if you're not a parent? But I was raised. So therefore, maybe it wasn't in the best way. Maybe it wasn't in the... you get... Especially you were born in 1995. So we're all from the same generation. And
millennials.
What's tricky about millennials, and I don't think many people are aware of this, is our parents first of all, our parents were not well equipped to understand the technologies that are being developed at the 100%. Moment and that are still evolving at a lightning speed, and it just keeps on getting faster year by year. And at this point, it's day by day, not even year by year. We reached an advancement, a technological advancement to the point where things are changing day by day. So in the 90s, going into 2000s, going into the 2010s, things were changing on a yearly basis and keeps on getting faster. Our parents never got the chance to adjust to that. إلا من رحم ربي. Some people were educated in the technology department, knowing the impact of social media, internet exposure, and negligence. What am I keeping my child the whole day with? So I would say people coming from that generation have a lot to say about parenting.
Yeah, exactly. And look, again, with the same book that I'm doing, I do delve into my personal kind of how I was parented as well. I'll say it here, it's fine. Like it's in the book anyway. So how I was parented, my mom and dad divorced when I was like around 12, 13. Okay, so I lived with my mom most of the time. So I lived with my mom, going to school every day and stuff like that. My mom was extremely strict, extremely strict, and religiously, school-wise, everything. So I grew up as a shy kid. because I was so sheltered in the house. She wouldn't let me go out. This is no bad thing, ill words to my mom.
It's an approach.
It's just an approach. It's just how she was raised, maybe. I don't know, okay? But it was a very strict kind of household. When I reached to graduation in high school, I went to live with my dad because university was close to my dad's house. So I went to... Then my mom started trickling away from the strictness. I had a curfew at 8, 9 p.m. And then no curfew. So then I went into my dad's kind of parenting. My dad's parenting is just whatever, do whatever you want. You know? He wasn't strict in terms of religion or anything like that. So then I noticed myself as well, like I kind of stopped praying and stopped doing all this religious stuff, and then kept thinking to myself, was I doing it just for my mom or was I doing it for myself? So that put me on a lot of thoughts. And then and that time, because how my mom was so strict and then how my dad was very lenient and stuff, I started doing horrible stuff. I mean, I don't want to like bring it up here. I did some horrible stuff throughout the years when I was in that kind of time. And then later on, the more I kind of understood the world, the more I read different kind of books and psychology and stuff like that, I kind of understood it's not their fault, you know. It's not the parents' fault. I mean, they're trying. They've been parented a certain way, you know. And I don't blame them for anything. Like, I really don't. It's just they didn't have the time to maybe understand different kind of aspects of life and whatnot. As you said as well, and technology is going fast. Everything's like moving very quickly. So the parents don't have the time to catch up.
No, not only that. The thing is, we people forget. We get born into this world. Instantly, we see our parents as adults.
Yeah.
But the reality is that they're learning how to parent.
They're learning at the same time.
Every single minute, something new happens to them. They weren't born as parents. لا والله, because we forget.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you get reminded of that, you might understand some things. خلاص shrug some things off. They're parents. They're humans. They're
making mistakes. I say that exactly in the book.
You make mistakes.
100%. Never. No one in their parent and when they're about to be a parent, you should know that you're going to be making mistakes. You should know you have to make mistakes.
And for me personally, for a couple of some years, I say, in back of my head, I did blame maybe my parents for a couple of things.
Yeah, same. It's like everyone.
100%. But I reached the point where I understood fully what I just said. They're learning on the way too. I understand. And I make mistakes today, tomorrow. I learn.
Yeah, you are who you are because of your parents, also. Yeah. Right? Yeah.
But bad. Some situations, when it's like very ugly, very bad. Okay, it's different.
There are extremes.
The extremes. Yeah.
And the thing is, like a nice kind of statistic as well. Almost around 80% of parents wants to instill their religion into their kids. It's very, very, very normal. So the way to kind of know how the child will be brought up, look at their religion and what the morals they teach. True. Each religion it's all similar kind of morals. If you look at it, the values of all kind of religions, they're similar. It's always respect and reputation, and not reputation, it's more love and community, and it's more they're all good values. All the religions have good values. It's just people take it into a different kind of extreme, you know. This is what my book delves into. So imagine even one of the chapters as well is interfaith marriages. Imagine you're a Muslim and you're marrying a Hindu or Christian, let's say. How are you gonna talk to your kids about what religion are they gonna be?
That's a tricky one.
That's a very tricky one. Exactly. This is the thing. And there's a lot of cases that happen. Most of the time, actually, one of them converts. Usually. Yeah. This is usually what happens.
Most of the time, it's the woman.
Yeah. Most of the time, it is a woman.
Especially here in our community.
Most of the time, it's the woman that usually converts. But then, again, the values are still there. The Christian values, whatever the religion, is still there because they pass it down to their kids and whatnot. So it's a very tricky thing, especially in interfaith marriages. It was very interesting read, honestly, when I researched all about this, different kind of aspects. There's even a couple, I saw like a video online of they're both Christians, but different kind of Christians, Protestant and
Catholic.
Mormon, I forgot what it was. So they both have kind of different ideologies in terms of religion, in terms of Christianity. And they've been married for like 40, 50 years. They had kids, they already spoke about it, they do it together as partners. And then later on, even the man changed his religion to the wife's. So it's a very interesting topic. I delve into a lot of different kind of things, even like horrible things of parents, what they did to their kids and stuff like that. And it's a lot of. I did a lot of it. It took a year to write this book, honestly. Yeah, so it was a lot of reading. And
This will be very interesting for you, especially.
I'll give it to you for free, man.
Signed
copy, man.
It's a very interesting topic, especially like. I want to clarify one thing. What we mentioned with technological advancement is the only reason I mentioned that is it changes the way we live life. Yeah. Life changed. Like with every technological advancement, life changed. We become more exposed to different ideologies, and these ideologies start conflicting with whatever we've been taught up. Yeah. So, parents, as you said, if you have a strict parent that never took the time to understand the ecosystem. They're just going to come and shut down your curiosity, and that can be very damaging to a child instead of guiding them through that curiosity. Like it's okay to explore. Just keep in mind, those are the things that should matter, and you might be, this is just an example, I don't want to dwell so long into it, but guidance instead of restriction is always the way forward.
Yes, guidance. Exactly. That word is very important. Even you said restriction. There needs to be kind of a clarification between even like discipline. Punishment and discipline is very different things. Punishing is a bad way to discipline a child. Punishing for something. Disciplining is a whole different thing. There's different ways to discipline your child. There's a very different ways. Here and there, different countries have different things. Denmark, they have apparently the happiest children. Because the reason why is
jails
because
even their prisons.
Even their prisons. I don't mind going to prison there. So. But in Denmark, they're the happiest because they treat their kids well. They guide them. They don't restrict them. They don't punish them. They discipline them.
This is a double. What they call it? Double-edged sword. Because I see bad. Some parents now they become puppies to their kids.
Yes, actually, there's 4 psychological models for parenting. By the way, there's 4. I can tell you now. There's authoritarian. There's 2: authoritarian, authoritative. What was it? Lenient parents, something like that. Liberal parents, and then there's helicopter parents as well. So I think that's what you're talking about, helicopter parenting. Helicopter, yeah.
No, wallah.
You know why it's called parenting? Helicopter is because they hover over their kids the whole time. They hover over the kids. Each parenting model has their own kind of downsides and good sides. The best one is, of course, was it authoritarian? Yeah. So it's a mixture between leniency and strictness. You know, there's neglectful parenting. That's the one I forgot. Yeah, neglectful parenting. Each of them, there's these parenting models are kind of the key with how usually parents do. You know, each of them, maybe each kind of life or person has different kind of models that goes into them. Maybe like in my case, father was a bit neglectful a bit, and then my mom was a bit more authoritative, so more strict and stuff like that. And each of them, like the downsides of what happens to the child when they grow up, I saw it myself in my own life when I was growing up as well. So it's these parenting models, psychological models is very accurate, and people should know kind of what these psychological models are, because then they know how they want to parent their kids. Yeah.
Interesting.
What value do you give? Because you see, neglect, strictness, guidance, these all have one thing in common, and it's the parent needs to constantly self-improve.
Yes.
If the parent lacks self-improvement, he's going to fall into some of the negative types of parenting. But if the parent is always on a mission of constantly evolving himself, especially wisdom-wise, like he wants to be wiser on a daily basis, he's going to constantly try to improvise a better method of parenting their child and trying to at least adhere to the changes that are happening in this world and in the child's life. So for instance, now, one of the biggest things that keep me invested in this class is one thing I realized when I first came in, they struggle to understand Arabic. I say a few words in Arabic, and
these are local children?
Emiratis.
Emiratis. This is the new age now. Exactly. My nieces specifically as well,
These kids were born in 2014, 15. That was some 13. So that's more than 10 years ago. I have a child today, this year. So what is it going to look like in the next 10 to 15 years? So that really...
Will that language go away?
It's not just the language, because the language comes with a lot of things.
Yeah.
The language comes with... So for instance, if we just speak in English, like, Assalam.
Yeah.
Assalam... I can like peace be upon you is not the same as assalamu alaikum.
No, man, it's my identity.
You know, shukran is
it's
not like thank you, alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
Like those things, they come with the Arabic language. You know, these kids are brought up a bit on the English methodology. So every term they use are just in English.
Yeah.
Therefore, I'm trying to get a point across it.
Yeah.
This is fresh off my mind. It's not something I prepared, so I'm struggling at the moment.
There's a point in
في مبادئ مع اللغة العربية that get lost with the English language is what I was trying to say.
Principles.
Principles.
Yeah. And that's on the parents' job, honestly, isn't it?
It is 100%. 1,000,000%.
It's so hard nowadays as well because of social media, because of technology. These kids are on their phones 24/7.
And
imagine the social stuff.
The nannies too.
Yes,
they come with you, but they come in Indonesian English, not Moya.
But the thing
Moya.
is,
Moya,
Moya.
My.
No, but again, Moya is better than water. That's beyond the point.
Debatable.
That's beyond the point. At this point, that was 20 years ago's problem. The problem, I would say, and please correct me if you feel like I'm wrong. The problem right now is submitting our children to this global children citizenship, where all the children around the world have one identity. They are all playing Roblox, they are all following the same memes, then they are all speaking the same language. To me, an 11-year-old kid, Emirati kid, coming telling me no Diddy is a big no-no. Who is Diddy? How do you know Diddy? What did Diddy do? Did he do it? Do you get what I mean? Like they're all part of this globalized social media community that I don't believe we should just surrender our children to very easily.
Here's why I disagree with you.
Tell me.
Okay, this is the thing.
Can I just request you one thing, because I never fixed this. Sorry.
So the reason why I'm disagreeing is if you look back to even our time growing up as well. It is a different time. We were just getting introduced to the internet. And if you've seen through social media, in terms of just how it was back then, people used to say, why are you on the internet so much? Why are you Googling stuff, whatever? Why not go to a library? This is how it was back then. Now, everyone's Googling. Everything is there available online. And now, actually, it's different. Now, the technology is different. So now people are AIing everything. Now people are saying, why are you AIing? Just Google it. I've seen it firsthand online. People on Twitter, on X and stuff like that. Like, why are you AIing? Just Google it. This is the same things people said back then about libraries. Nothing changed about libraries. By the way, libraries are still there. It's just online as well, digital. Okay, so this change in technologies isn't a bad thing. It's more on how it's a tool and how you should work around it. You cannot deny it. You cannot force your kids or force people to not use internet or social media or use technologies. You have to really give a guidance on how to use it. This is why there's like parenting apps and limiting apps and stuff like that. You know, my uncle, he tells me with his daughters. So my cousins, he has on his phone, his Samsung phone. He sees the screen time for his kids, and on his phone he can just close it. Even restricts apps and stuff like that. Restricts stuff they can do from. That's the kind of way you need to do about it. You can't really restrict your kids on the internet or social media. You need to instruct them how. And there's a lot of scams and stuff like that online. It's hard to avoid. But that's just how the nature of it
learning process.
There's this whole learning process. It's all you go through it in steps and you try to learn.
And you can't like, because a lot of people as well make fun of people that use AI as if you're a cheater or you're lazy. But in reality, أخي, the ship is moving. You either jump on the ship or you get left behind.
Yes, 100%.
This is a reality.
Can I clarify also one thing? I never meant we should restrict our children from technology. Technology is very essential.
Yeah.
I use it. I depend on it. Exactly. I don't use it. I depend on it. At this moment, I might be a cyborg. So, no, technology has a very big place in our society. What I meant by submitting our children to these globalized societies.
Yeah.
So, for instance, how many parents are aware of what Roblox is? You get me?
Like,
how can I submit my child to a platform that I have no awareness of? For example, now, after doing some research over this innocent game Roblox, this game has modding, has different kind of societies, has different type of ideologies, has no age restriction, has what do we call it?
It's a free for all.
It's a free for all. And once you add the word modding, that means you can allow user generated content on that platform. Anything. And then there is no age restriction. A 50-year-old can meet a 13-year-old or that's what I meant, submitting our children to something that we have no awareness. What is it? Like, why is my child coming to me saying no Diddy? He's 13. He doesn't know who Diddy is. That's what I was trying to get up. What you said is the correct way to approach. It's supposed to be guided, and I am supposed to be putting the effort into understanding what technology am I giving my children to. I cannot give this technology to my child and expect him to learn how to navigate.
But I agree 1,000,000% with what you say. But the question is, how much can you control?
How much do you want to control?
You can't really control everything.
You would have to be like a very paranoid parent to really...
Or a really techie guy.
So I'm a techie guy. I'm very fortunate to be a techie guy.
And that's like one that one. Did you watch Black Mirror?
Of course.
You know the one episode where she installs like I don't know what is a camera in her daughter. She sees everything her daughter sees.
The chip in the
chip.
I mean, at some point you want to do that, يعني حشة.
No, but
you gotta allow them to make mistakes as well. You know they're gonna make mistakes.
100%. يا أخي, I'm not the person I am today. Okay, there were a lot of moments where I'm been lucky. I don't want my nephew to go through. I don't want my son to go through 100%. But it made me who I am. My personality,
I think we go back to what we started with, our parents. It falls under one term, I would put it this way, individualism. So we all have responsibilities towards each other. Our parents have a responsibility towards raising us. We have responsibility towards our community, our friends, our brothers, sisters, children, wives, husbands. We have responsibilities. But we do not own nor do we control any human.
صح.
Especially like I want to bring my religion into this because this is where I get my perspective from is I can do only this much. Like my parents are not supposed to be accountable over what I do after the age of 18. They're supposed to have done their job and taught me the guidance and gave me the tools how to navigate through life. Now I'm an adult. I should have the tools on like how to journey through life. If I fell into a hole, regardless if my parents did a good job or a bad job with me, if I fell in a hole and I started doing drugs and now I'm overdosing every day and they're having to drive over to the hospital on a monthly basis and they're living in this constant worrying, and now they have other children that they're neglecting because they have this one child that is damaged.
Whose fault is that? Exactly.
Do you get me? So that's where individualism come into place. If I reached the age of 30 and I see my parents are the same people they were when I was first born, they never evolved, am I supposed to be responsible over educating them, especially if they are stuck? There's a saying, and I'm not saying, it's just you cannot teach an old dog new tricks. That's but I'm not trying to refer to parents as dogs, but it's to emphasize on the rigidity of the brain. That's it. Like it's been programmed for that long, 50 years, 60 years. You cannot come and rewire it now. It's programmed. That's it. So you need to learn how to live with it and accept.
What sucks the most as well, like a child parenting their parents.
That's what I'm saying. You have to let go. That's where individualism comes into place, and you have to accept that these people, you want to continue your relationship with these people, you have to accept them as who they are and be who you are.
Exactly.
If they love you, they will accept it. If they don't try to shove it down their throat. Just be peaceful.
صح.
Live and let be. You know, like don't create conflict. Create flow.
Yeah, I get
create
you.
flow.
صح.
Let's move into the other side of AbdulQader.
Oh, the other side.
I think this is the first time we said his name the whole time. Shit.
Yeah, because we jumped into the parenting.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have AQ, AbdulQader.
AQ, AbdulQader Al Menhali.
The guy that changed my life.
I changed your life?
With a phone call.
With what?
You made a change in my life.
I made a change in my life.
With a phone call.
Yes. You're welcome, by the way.
I mean, it's debatable whether it's for good or for... No, to be honest. It's both ways, for good and for the worse.
Majority good though, right? Majority good, yeah.
Career-wise good, financially-wise good.
Yep.
Alhamdulillah, I'm in a very good spot because of you. The worst side though is you stole my time away from me, man. والله الحين خلاص you know I barely have time for training. The fire I had in martial arts, it got dimmed شوي because of you.
To be fair, Yousef, to be fair, it's your decision to accept it or not.
Well, you know the story is legendary on how you recruited me.
I'd love to say it right now, honestly. I'd love to tell the story. So I work as a talent acquisition specialist. So I was working for a position, for a legal kind of position. And I was looking for people. And I spoke to Mr. Yousef here. And when I got out the phone call, when I screened him, I just thought he was a horrible candidate. I just instantly thought he was a horrible candidate. He was not giving me anything, any kind of information. He sounded so like hesitant to talk to me, and just I didn't like it. But I still pushed him for an interview. I was rooting for another guy in the other kind of candidate that was interviewed as well. But then in the interview, when he came on, he killed it.
Oh yeah.
I was even in my head during the interview. I'm like, oh my God, where did this guy come out from?
A switch has been flipped.
Tell me why, man.
Shuf, the thing is, when you called me, I think I mentioned what I did before on the podcast, my previous job before what I have now.
Maybe. I think we did, yeah. I think we did.
Yeah,
we have 16 episodes, more than 30 hours out there.
I used to work without going to very details, I was the final boss that decides whether you get a license or not.
Nice.
Driving
license
You're
in
that
Dubai.
Guy. Yeah.
So when you called me, I believe I applied maybe a year before, Tara.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, you were in like the kind of database for us. Yeah.
So I was in a Nissan Sunny, sitting in 12 p.m. maybe, I don't know. No, maybe.
It was around like 12 lunchtime,
maybe,
the afternoon time.
So I was in a Nissan Sunny under the sun with a fellow Asian man behind me, sitting next to me, holding an iPad, evaluating his test. And I get a call seeing blah blah authority. I'm like, oh shit, it's them. I think they because of my application, and I'm in the car. The car has cameras.
Yeah.
Everything is being recorded. I'm on my.
Can you get this recording?
No, I should get other recordings, brother. Anyways, so I'm like, shit. Do I answer? Do I not answer? What do I do? I'm gonna answer. The guys in the control room are my friends. So I answered the call, and I have to be so nonchalant. I can't be. Hello, Yousef. I don't remember. Yes, okay.
Yeah.
So a normal human being would be excited, and maybe he would pass the guy. It's like it's a good news. I have an interview. I will pass the guy. La, he failed.
You failed him?
even with the good call, he failed.
You failed him on my call. Wow, thank you very much, man. Much appreciated.
But I remember that interview. Allah,
I have a question that I don't think I ever asked you, but I've been thinking about it recently. Like, you used to have a very interesting action-filled job, and now you have a desk job.
Yeah. Yep.
How is that transition? Because I find myself now looking outside the window. I'm like, I wish I was a firefighter. Like this can get too repetitive sometimes. You know, like.
Shuf, there's positives and negatives, to be honest. Yeah, the positives I had in my previous job is time. I had more time. I finished at 2:30, man. 2:30, I'm done, free.
Yeah, and you have so much time.
And I don't drive those long drives I do now.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like a 15-minute drive, 20-minute drive. Hatta when I was stationed in Jumeirah, it's a 20-minute drive. 2:30 p.m.
And sometimes you can be here close to the gym.
Warsan. But no, it wasn't.
But I mean in the nature of the job, like having it being random on a daily basis.
Medani. What's the word for Medani?
Medani.
Anyways.
Yeah.
On the road, on the street.
No, it's customer facing job, like where you have to deal with people.
It's patience. It was tough. It was tough. I had to be.
I feel bad for customers.
I'm
customer service guys.
Imagine me, akhi, in the place I am. They see me as the grumpy guy, the always angry guy, which I don't mind. Anyway, but in my previous job, I had to be patient, man. Imagine I was monthly. I examined minimum 250 people each month.
Each month, 250.
So a 250 personality, different personality, different nationality, different
religions,
age, different
everything,
and everything is on camera.
Yeah,
4 cameras to be exact.
Oh, okay. When you put it that way, yeah.
4 cameras. We're always under شوية that supervision or the standard, or you can't really mess up. If anything happens, I'm the first guy they will ask.
That has its own pressure as well. I mean, compared to a desk job.
And one point is when he used to fail people, they used to come and beg him as if he had the power to change anything.
Man, one time.
Did you have the power?
No. I mean, it's all recorded.
Yeah. You. No, I don't want to get into details. But you can play with stuff.
No, but I mean, after they fail. You cannot change the result as well.
No, changing the result after la.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But if I didn't still yet put the result in.
No, but they only beg you after they fail.
Yeah.
They come
because that's the automatic
response
they would do anywhere. But I had some emotional encounters. One time I had one guy that failed 12-13 times. Lana in the iPad, it's let's say every 12 p.m. I have an examination. I have 3 people.
Yeah.
So 11:50 there will be a notification. I see the 3 guys that I'm gonna have. I see, okay, this guy he failed 1 time, or this guy is his first time. This guy, I have all the details.
Yeah.
So one guy I saw 13 time failed. Oh, and it's manual car.
Manual, okay.
Yeah. So now I'm gonna examine 3 guys in a manual car. This guy failed 13 times.
Why the hell does he need a manual car?
A lot of them. This is the worst, by the way. It's the worst.
No, the thing is about manual cars is they're cheaper, first of all.
Okay.
And maybe they drive the job that they will.
The job, like maybe like a truck or whatever,
truck,
or bus or something like that. But like that in itself is a different training kind of thing, right? Or
and the price, I think, is different between automatic and
automatic manual. It's cheaper.
Yeah. Anyways, so I decided to make. By the way, I'm as an examiner, I know the route that I'm gonna take them on. So I kind of know who would have the easiest route, and because it's a route, so the beginning would be the first 10 minutes would be this way. Who's gonna drive the next 10 minutes? The next 10 minutes. So
and each route has its challenges.
Hey, I know. Here there are stop signs. Here the left turn is way tricky. I know.
Pedestrian walks.
So I decided to give him the easiest one, which is the end. So we finished the exam and everything. He passed. Okay. But I wanted to play with him. I was bored.
Your devil side coming.
Wallah, I was bored. He passed this. I'm gonna make him happy, but let me play with him. So I was giving them the results. Even the other 2 guys, if I'm not mistaken, they passed too. It was a good drive. So that guy, I kept him to the end. That guy passed. I read his name. 12 times you failed. Today 13. Wallah, I saw his face. He almost, he's gonna break down. Sir, I said, no, I'm joking. You passed, Baba.
That was on camera?
No. This was not on camera. I was outside of the car, inside, in front of the people as well. People were sitting, waiting. I said, no, you passed. Congratulations. He dropped down on his knees, started crying. I'm like, oh.
I mean, 12 times, 13 times.
Yeah, that's not only it. He stood up, then he told me, he showed me on his phone, blah, blah, blah. His father died the same night. The same night.
Oh my God.
Why wallah? He said I didn't know if I should come or I wasn't gonna come وما أدري شو but they paid a lot of money ترى.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you have to pay every time you re-examine.
And you can't يعني last minute change. He was under a lot of pressure. He started crying. I'm like, oh shit. Even I felt like there's a tear might come. I told him, listen, wallah, I said, if you stay crying, I will fail you. Stand up. I said, don't cry. If you cry, I fail you. Oh, no, thank you. He tried to kiss my hand, kiss my shoe. خلاص, go.
Nice, good. These little things really help someone. I don't know, like it's
they heal a bit. They heal you, show you.
Yeah, it's just a little good thing, you know, a little like light.
They feed the soul.
But some of them you want to choke.
Yeah.
Some of them you want to choke and you want to throw them out of the car middle of examination.
Yeah. I get you.
I met those people too.
Before we jump too far away, I forgot to ask you one question. Why did you start writing the book?
Why did I start writing the book?
Yeah.
It was more, it was more from my personal life. I mean, I was reading a lot into it. I met my now wife and
congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yes, it's very new.
I recently married, very happy.
Alhamdulillah.
See a ring as well.
Welcome to the club. Alhamdulillah.
I'm very happy, and it got me thinking. I always wanted to be a parent. I mean, I've come from a kind of big family. I have 8 siblings.
MashaAllah.
5 from my immediate mother. I'm the youngest, and then I have 3 younger from a different mother, so half siblings. I still think of them my siblings. They're still my brother and my sisters. Okay, I have 8 nieces, no nephews. So my eldest brother has 2 girls, sister has 2 girls, other brother has 3 girls, and another brother has 1 girl.
We know it's gonna break the habit.
Exactly, they're looking at me now to break everything, you know. But like, and in terms of when the first one was born, the first niece, she was the light. She's the light of my life. I love her with all my heart, you know. She was the first baby I've ever held in my arms. I never used to like to hold any, like there was a baby when I was younger. I was like, no, I don't want to. I'm too scared to hold. But this one, like this, I just held her and wow, I loved her, you know. And since then, I wanted to be a father. I wanted to be a parent. I want to have the next generation. You know, I want to teach these kids. I want to be there for my children. You know, that made me think a lot. Then through life, seeing how my parents parented, seeing my siblings how they parent the kids, seeing how these kids as well, my nieces grow up as well, made me think a lot. I mean, all my nieces have different, of course, parents, and each of them are not the same. They're all different personalities, different ways of doing things. Some are more glued to their iPads. Some are more, let's say, traditional or cultural as well. Some are more westernized and stuff like that. So that made me think, like, is that because of parenting? It is. This is why I went into it. So I wanted to write a book. I thought of, first off, it was just about parenting. Just writing about parenting. And then I went into, because when I was delving more into it, it delved more into religion. Because it always goes into a bit more religion. I mean, 80% of parents want to instill their religion into their kids. It's a huge thing. We have to, you know. So that's when I wanted to write the book about it. Parenting through the lens of faith is about parenting through the values of different kind of religions. I go into all different religions: Hinduism, Buddhism, Jewish, Christian, Muslims. I think what is it called?
Scientology?
No, we have no aspects of that. That's more of like a cult, man. I go into different kind of culture, even not just in terms of religion, even cultures as well.
Yeah.
Just because like we're Muslimin, a Muslim in Iran, a Muslim in Iraq, a Muslim in whatever is going to be different than us.
Yep.
So culture goes into it heavily.
Yeah.
Although our cultures are very kind of similar, a bit similar because of religion. Religion kind of it all the kind of Arab countries have a similar kind of culture a little bit because of their religion. Is it because
the base?
Because the base is coming from from the religion a bit. So that's what I wanted to look into it about. And I had this thought in my head where most it's maybe you might get like mad a bit about it, but most, I'll say a statement and I want you to say if it's correct or wrong. Most religion that has the most strict parents is Islam. What do you think of the statement?
I would, my first, without thinking deeply, I would agree. But I would also say that not all, but most of the strictness is needed. That's something I would say.
Exactly, and that's because of the religion, right?
It is because on my very briefly I'll say my true belief in a religion and this is coming from a guy that doesn't 100% apply everything the correct way in my life.
We're not perfect. No one's perfect.
But Islam, the Quran, and the principles that were set on us from Allah and the Prophet, they should be the manual.
Yeah.
100%, they should be the manual. If I don't apply the strictness that the Prophet or my God tells me to apply, that's not me being smart or being too, let's say, thoughtful. Or there has to be. I believe we came just like the thing that they always say when they try to explain to atheists. And can this be? Everything has to have a manual. There is a manual. You can't make up stuff, ya akhi.
But is there a manual for kids or?
No, not. It doesn't have to be. How do you say it, ya akhi? On letter by letter. But you, as a guy, the way you practice your religion, you should gather from the principles that are left for us to follow. Let's say from those principles, apply it correctly.
Yeah.
You can't be one example, a person that's very close to me, family wise even. His father is too strict on him.
Yeah.
Too strict. To the point where I see it ugly as well.
Yeah.
You're 16, you don't have a PlayStation. Well, you can't you barely have a phone.
You go out or see
barely go out. You see the people around you in your age are having fun, enjoying life, the things that normal kids should be able to do, even as he was growing up, even as a 7-8-year-old, he was not allowed to watch cartoons. He didn't watch an Nickelodeon or Space Tune or Cartoon Network like I did when I was growing up, he was very restricted. No, this is ugly. This is not something I agree with. This is taking it to the extreme. The issue is taking it to the extreme with anything. When you take it to the extreme,
exactly, 100%.
But if you apply it the way it should, الدين سمح يا أخي. It's
that's what people don't understand. I see stuff online. I talk about sometimes. I do social commentary.
By the way, you can move the mic with you. Just hold. No, from down here.
In the back and forth.
You can even.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. So. and you can pull it this way. So if you want to go to the left or the right,
I got you.
So move it with you. Yeah.
So I do social commentary. I do politics a bit. Geopolitics online. I read a lot about like what's happening in the state of the world and stuff like that. Have you guys ever been on Twitter or X?
Yeah.
Don't.
I'm an Instagram guy.
Yeah. أحسن.
I go just for one account, which is iGuns, because he doesn't have any restrictions on posting news there.
That's that's why
the Kuwaiti guys.
That's why Twitter is the way it is. Twitter is such a, as Dave Chappelle said it best. Twitter is not a place. He said it so much because the hate and the horrible stuff you see there is just
free speech,
astronomical. Oh my God, free speech. Yeah, when I did a video about this, about free speech. When is it a free speech? Where do you draw the line between hate speech and free speech? Where is it?
They don't have it.
No, but there should be, isn't there? Like there should be. Like there's Nazis in America.
First Amendment.
But based on what? Like, what are you putting those lines based on? So that's the problem. Is once you get into the free speech argument or free anything, it's false advertisement.
Yeah,
it's false.
Definitely. Yeah.
Because eventually you're gonna reach a loophole where, like, no, this is impacting money. There is no free speech anymore. This is cancelled. This is considered hate speech. This is considered whatever, blah, blah, blah. But sorry, just before we go far away as well.
Yeah.
So the point of view of the book.
Okay.
Is it a neutral point of view?
In what sense?
Is it your perspective on parenting, or is it just highlighting?
It's a perspective. It's not teaching you. It's a journey. The book is all about the journey. So I am listing stuff that's what's proven to be bad and what's proven to be good. I am getting from different kind of stories, different religions, different kind of cultures and stuff, and putting it all together. I am also in my book delving into my personal thoughts and stuff like that. What I've seen, what I've experienced from. I mean, we live in the UAE, alhamdulillah, there's so much different religions, different nationalities, all have different kind of.
As diverse as it gets.
Diverse as you can. You can ask so many people questions about how they're parented and stuff like that. I grew up with different kind of people, friends with different nationalities, different religions. I ask these questions. They all they're parented differently. So this is what I delve in the most into the book. It's not telling you exactly how to do it, but it's just showing exactly. It's just all the kind of research I found. I put it all together. How different cultures do it, and different stories from different avenues from throughout history. I put them from history, from cultural perspective, everything. Just put it together. You know.
And what do you think about Islam being the strictest religion? Like you said, what do you think about
I
that?
don't think it's the strictest. I think because people are so they believe it so much. Makes it more strict. I'm not. What's the top religion in the world right now? It's Islam and Christianity. So around almost 2 billion people in the world are Muslim, and it's growing more than it's.
But what is the difference between practicing Islam and practicing Christianity between those numbers?
In what sense?
Like
who practices more?
Like who has more attachment to their religion?
That's the thing. Islam. This is why I
by
say
a landslide.
By a landslide. This is why I think it's more strict because of this. Because people believe in it so much, and of course they want to sell it to different people. Of course, this is why they want. This is why I say strict. I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm not saying it's bad.
No, but some people do. They make it seem
why you
so bad.
You know, they teach whatever. I definitely agree. But I'm not saying in a bad way. I'm saying because they believe in it so much, they have to. It's kind of in their DNA. They have to kind of instill it to their kids as well.
Yeah, but
Christianity doesn't have that. Christianity is like, just live. You know, it's fine. You know, pray to God or Jesus.
So, do you think it's necessary to be this strict in Islam?
In Islam,
with the core values being kept in mind, like.
I think, from what I've read, from what I've seen,
not the extremes. I'm not speaking about extremes.
Yeah, I'm not saying the
just
extremes.
Strictness.
In terms of strictness in itself, that's the thing. I mean, you have to talk about extremes a bit. Strictness, I mean, any kind of extreme or strictness is bad. There's a certain level of strict you need to be. You can't be too lenient. You can't. It's a bad parenting. It's honestly, if you let your child do everything, it's horrible. I've seen some kids that have that, and it's just they're broken adults.
10 years old and gets hormonal changes.
Exactly. Yeah. And you know, the thing is, I read recently. You know, I mean, have you heard of? I mean, maybe you've probably heard of Friedrich Nietzsche.
Oh yeah.
I haven't.
You haven't?
No. Nietzsche.
He famously.
Oh, you told me about him 3 years ago when this place was a tent.
Yeah, of course. Those days might have.
Yeah.
So he says in a famous quote, "God is dead, and we have killed him." He's not saying it in a literal sense.
Yeah.
You know, he's not saying it in a literal sense. He's saying it in because of the movement away, society's movement away from religion.
Yeah.
There needs to be something that goes on top of the religion, the whole of what religion does, Because once that value goes away, once that kind of meaning, because as humans we try to find meaning in everything. In life, we go out through life, we try to find meaning in things. We can't just go through life forever. Everyone has their own kind of things. Religion, us, let's say in Muslims and Islam, we think La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah, of course, we pray and everything like that. This is our kind of our beliefs. Now imagine like an atheist. What's his meaning of life? His meaning of life is there's no God. He's saying that it's all science and stuff like that. That's what he firmly believes. That's his kind of values in terms of life. So when I say, and when Nietzsche said God is dead, once that kind of sense of values and religion model goes away, humans in general, they put something else on top of it. Yeah. And you can say even nowadays, even Elon Musk said wokeness, in terms of wokeness, they put that as their value.
Yeah.
Now you have LGBT, all this kind of stuff. They put hormones into their kids, making them more into females or males, whatever it is, or she, they, them, they, helicopter. I don't know. It's
helicopter.
So this is what religion really usually does. It gives you a model or moral kind of compass of where like you need to put your values in life. And once that's gone, and humans can put anything on top of it.
This goes with what we talked about recently. I think when we said now there's a topic of discussion. I think we talked about it. So when they say بعيدا عن الدين.
بعيدا عن الدين.
It's like in English, يعني it's any conversation we say away from religion. Let's talk about it. So this is يعني and what goes with what Nietzsche said. And we are in an age of normalization. We're normalizing going. Or putting the religion out of the subject when taking a decision. When, for example, you want to do بعيد عن الدين.
It shouldn't be بعيد عن الدين. It's more on it should like give you a better answer. It shouldn't like in okay, let's say بعيد عن الدين and then make a choice. Okay, put the deen back inside. What are you gonna do?
Exactly. See that? Now it's being normalized, and it's like the kind of, let's say, trendy thing between people, especially here in our community. In the discussions, you see it very common. Anytime they talk, بعيد عن الدين, as if deen should not play any part. It's
can I add my 2 cents to this whole fiasco?
Yeah, tell me.
Strictness of religion.
Yeah.
I believe if we go with the core values of Islam, the core values of Islam is set to preserve the rights of society on all levels. It didn't mess with anything, even animals.
Yeah.
Even animals that have no soul, that Allah himself says will become dust. They will not be judged. They will hold nothing.
Like kittens.
He is still fair to them.
Yeah.
Like the whole basis of the core values of our religion is based on fairness. Is based on equity or equality, I would say.
Equality.
Not equality, because equality refers to everyone having the same. It leads to equity.
Equity?
That means if I have $1 million, doesn't mean I have to donate 10 dirhams, just like the guy that has 100. He has to donate 10 dirhams. If I have $1 million, I should donate 100,000. The same guy that has 100.
Fair. That's fair.
Fairness. That's equity. That's not equality. Equality, I donate 10 regardless of how much I have, and you donate 10.
Equity is different. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So the core basis or the core fundamentals of religion or Islam is to make society as fair as possible, to not steal money, to not نمنع الظلم. I can go,
but the thing is, you can put that as a law as well, right?
I can put that. I can put that on as a law. The thing is, I am not making this up. This is something I believe in.
Yeah.
This is not something that I need
this
to
is not
come.
A law. It's not
this is not a law. This is
let's
something.
Say you go into a country where there's anarchy. There's no laws.
This is a core fundamental.
But then this your core kind of stuff you don't want to do because it's your core.
But again, this is we are missing the thing here. What is the belief? The belief that these fundamentals that I am following have been sent by Allah himself, by a higher being. These are not man-made. Yeah. The belief that these are guidance that I need to live by. And if I live by, and in all honesty, I've strayed many times throughout my life from that fundamental. And every time I stray away, my life just becomes darker and darker and darker. And I always find myself back here, and then my soul just replenishes and gets rejuvenated. And I'm like, this is the meaning in life.
How it's supposed to be.
This is how it's supposed to be. I don't care about anyone's religion. I don't hurt people based on where they are. I don't treat people based on where they are. I'm trying my best on a daily basis to, I use this word, ajahid, to become a better version of myself based on those core fundamentals. And with all that being said, and again, I can say more that will support my argument on why it should be strict, because strictness is supposed to be done in a way where it builds discipline, because these core fundamental values are going to be challenged on a daily basis by people that do not have these core fundamental values, that are willing to steal money, that are willing to favor equality over equity. Hence, this what's happening in the US, where billion industries are not paying taxes and the poor are being charged taxes. So what is that? Is that equity? Is that equality? Is that fairness? It's nothing. Is that freedom? Is that the American dream? That's nothing. You see, that's where the lines get blurry. So the point that I'm trying to get across is application does not mean it's the correct way. If you are extremely strict, that does not mean that you're doing the correct thing. If you are strict in a way where you can build discipline in a human being to follow these guidelines, they're going to create a better society around.
100%.
Yeah. And by the way, when I say strict, I don't mean like in a bad way.
No, I just I took my time.
You're definitely right. This is what everyone should know. Strictness is, you need to be strict in life. You need to, with your kids, you need to have some rules, guidance in life. You're not going to let your kids do whatever you want. They're kids. They're going to do stupid stuff. I'll give you a personal story. For me, I mean, when I was 18 and stuff like that, when I left my mom, of course, when the strictness, I said about the story, and my mom was a bit more strict, so I was like praying because she told me to and stuff like that. So when I stopped doing that, I stopped praying, and I went into horrible stuff. I did some horrible things and whatnot. But at the same time, I'll give you full honest answer here. During that time, I liked it. I did enjoy all this kind of new stuff. I started feeling more confidence. Yeah, I started doing all this stuff. I'm starting seeing things I would have never seen before. And then later on, the more years go by, I'm like, what am I doing in my life? This is horrible, I do not like where I'm going with this, so I had to do a change in life, and that's where Islam came in, and that's what actually made me look into it a bit more. I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect Muslim man. I'm not, but I do believe in it 100%. I do, and I always go back to Islam whenever I need kind of questions answered. Yes, okay, but I can't have too strict. You can't have too strict. You can't. My parents was way overly strict and made me go into way horrible stuff in that bad end because of that. This is what I mean is there should be strictness, but not too full, extreme. Yeah. It's
the overly strictness, it causes the explosions. And you've seen a lot of examples.
Explosions.
When the person
it will be counterproductive.
Yeah, and he will go into the different life, like you said, and then he was oppressed.
One extreme leads to another
extreme.
Period. Yeah. What I was trying to say is, if I am strict in a wise way to instill these core fundamentals into my child, making him disciplined enough to the point where he's now an individual and not my child anymore, and he falls into any of those traps, he can make the best decision for himself based on those core fundamental values. Because if we really go into that, exploitation, I will take that as an example. If I don't instill some of those things in my children, and then they go into, we used Roblox as an example, so I'm going to use Roblox. They met someone on Roblox, and now they're chatting with that person. They have social media exchange, and now they're chatting on another social media platform. And now that person is asking them to do something that goes against their core fundamental values, or even worse, it goes against nothing, because I never instilled those core fundamental values in them. Yeah. Now those people have acquired photos that they can exploit of those children. But if you see where the lines get blurry, that's why I need a bit of strictness. It's not just like,
but that's not extreme strictness. That's good strictness. You need that.
everything needs to be done with wisdom. Everything needs to be done with wisdom. And again, not all humans are the same. Like me as a child, for example, let's say I turned out to be messed up in the head as a child. I have 4 other siblings. They're all perfect. They all came out fine. Why was I messed up? Maybe the way I was parented did not fit in the same model that they were modeled.
That is interesting.
I am supposed to be wise enough to be dynamic and have the ability to adjust from one child to another. I will take the kids, for example. I don't treat them all the same. They don't all have the same personality. One guy is more sensitive than the other. One guy is more emotional. One guy is more wiser. He would come to me like, coach, they're driving you crazy. I'm like, he's talking to me like an adult. He's like, you came from work, you're tired, and they're driving you crazy. I'm like, you're one of them, go. You know, you get me. But I can see this guy, I see scars on his leg. He's out in the fridge, as we say, more. These other kids know. He knows more than they. He's street smart. These guys are not street smart. So just having the ability to distinguish between one personality and another, and having the ability to change your approach based on that is what matters, is what I believe.
I mean, even that was interesting what you said. I mean, a famous psychologist, I don't know if you've heard of him, Gaber Mater. I think Mater, I forgot. I think that was his name. Old dude, smart dude. He said this in one of the kind of videos, interviews, even one of his books. He said, the parents that parented your brother or sister isn't the same parents that parented you.
Exactly.
Each kid was parented in a different household. It's a different.
My sister would agree.
Yeah, my siblings would agree as well.
I'm the golden child, apparently.
I'm the last child, so I'm the
but if you dive in it deeper, who were you last year or 2 years ago? Now you're married. Who will you be next year? And who? We are constantly evolving.
So
our children will never see the same version of us. And as children, we should never hold our parents on a pedestal just based on that ideology itself.
صح.
What do you mean? لحظة.
I mean, I agree with that.
Like we are not supposed to think of them as one version that is supposed to be perfect based on something we have in our head. They are constantly evolving. Humans back to individualism. Like they are individuals that have their own journey in life.
But there's one thing we forgot to mention. The issue is a lot of people, the way you describe the good strictness, a lot of adults see it as bad strictness, as extreme. The ones that enforce, there are a lot of adults that try to enforce softness, that you should give the kid the reins to do what he wants. The kid has his rights, he has his freedoms. And what, with the brain that's underdeveloped, still didn't even develop.
It's not society.
It's society.
It's the globalization of society.
It's not just globalization, it's where they're from.
Listen, you want to go...
You're in the US, you're going to get that stuff, you know?
No, but what he's saying is, you're referring to it being applied here, what you just said, right?
Everywhere.
No, but were you referring to Emirati parents? Like
even Emirati, 100%?
Yeah, because if that's what you were referring to, is I would say these ideology comes... Our parents never taught us that.
It's today.
That's what I'm saying. Our parents never taught us that. But with time, we became more open-minded, and slowly, as you said, God is dead in our hearts. So we are more invested in life and the ideologies in life, and our religion بعيدا عن الدين. بعيدا عن الدين. Life is different now, so we stick to life. And again, this is not a knock on any religion. You said it in the beginning. All religions have the same fundamental cores. Like they have the same principles. They ask us to do one thing: live and let live.
Be good.
Be good. Flow. Peace. They all refer to the same thing. If we still have that fundamental core values, even if we instill them in our culture, we use them side by side, we will still be in a good place. But now, I believe, and now we had 10 foils here. Where are they?
So you wanted to make a hat?
Now what I'm trying to go into is I believe there are people
agenda time
that have a very big incentive into people being weak and using their core fundamental values so they can have more control over society and population.
And make men soft.
Yeah. I mean, Jordan Peterson said it. Be
that
less
guy
agreeable. Less agreeable.
Less what?
Agreeable.
Less agreeable.
What do you mean?
less agreeable, less saying yes to things, less being passive, be more stronger, strict.
Yeah.
Jordan Peterson, this guy is my idol, by the way. I love this guy. Not idol. He says, look, he says some bad stuff as well, stuff I don't agree with, but there are stuff he says is just it's so perfect. You know,
if you remove some of the the idiotic things that he said, he's a bright person.
Yeah. I mean, I read his book 12 Rules for Life. I remember I was in the military at that time because I was doing my military service, and it changed my life. It gave me the confidence to be who I am today because of that. It really, like, oh my God, it helped. 12 Rules for Life really is, I didn't read the second book, apparently it wasn't that good, but I have it, I will read it. Jordan Peterson, I will read it. All right? Don't worry about that. I'll tag him directly with it.
He's good in terms of affecting young men. Yeah,
he's
youth. Yeah,
he's really good, and his messages are very clear. He delves into his religion. He goes into Christianity.
But you can see how miserable he is in his eyes.
Yeah, he's
شوية.
Kind of. You saw his video about the 20 liberals, the Jubilee episode. Jordan Peterson. Yeah, I saw it. He was. He didn't really do that well. He really didn't do that.
When they tried to set him up.
Yeah, something like that. No, he made the mistake. Like, no, I'll send you the clip and how. Okay. Oh my God, it's like he made the mistake. Like he's supposed to argue. There's a certain, like, there was a topic in mind, and then the person was arguing about it, and then he's like, no, I'm not going to argue about this. I'm like, you're here in this episode. Like, what are you doing here? Again? You're here. I'm giving you, like, and you're not.
He went, I'm all big on you guys,
not really, no. There's one kid who answered, like, he was arguing about something specific, one question, and then the guy's like, no, I'm not arguing about it. She's like, then why are we here? You know, like, then why are we here? So
beats the purpose.
So, but it's I still like his fundamental messages is just really good, it's interesting. Also.
But I agree with you. There is a hidden agenda. This is a conspiracy.
It's not a conspiracy anymore.
The plan is in motion, and they're doing good.
It's not a conspiracy.
They are
anymore.
Succeeding.
Yeah,
they are succeeding big time.
Yeah.
Listen, I mean, let's be realistic. It's been said. الإسلام بدأ غريبا وسيعود غريبا. Yes, it's happening on stages. Whether we like it or not, we can talk about it.
You think it's going to happen within our lifetime?
It's happening.
It is step by step.
Of course, it's happening.
In jiu-jitsu, we say 1% better. But in life, it's 1% worse every day. Okay?
That's true.
Wallah.
That's true. Like, now more than ever. Like, think about it. Just like actually spend some time on a daily basis and think about how far you strayed or how far you've invested in life to the point where maybe some of the core fundamental values that you had in your life you don't stand by anymore, or maybe you forgot, or now it's just in an automated state where it actually lost its application. You get me?
Yeah.
So the more, I mean, I spent some time doing that and I realized, oh, I used to do this and I stopped because there is no because. I just got distracted. Now I'm constantly distracted and I fell into this loop of do this, rinse, repeat, get distracted.
Yeah.
Do this, end your day with distraction, rinse, repeat. And like, how far have I come? How far have I strayed from that place?
Yeah.
And I'm 31 almost. What is happening to the guys that are younger that do not have a rigid mindset, do not have a rigid perspective, that are easily shaped?
Yeah.
I was shaped. I have a very open mind to the point where I can constantly work and reshape and reorganize and restructure. But those children, they can have something very rigid to the point nothing will come and break it.
Yeah.
And it can be based on the wrong fundamentals. Unfortunately.
What do you think of the new generations? Not now, not Gen Alpha or anything, like Gen Beta, the next generation, 2025 to
I think maybe
these are the kids that are going to be most digitally connected.
Yeah.
They're the kids who will have the most photos, so they won't have any nostalgic moments because everything is captured on phones. Yeah. They're the most interconnected generation. They'll be so digitally savvy.
Ready Player One.
But yes, I don't know. It always goes back to like these kind of movies that goes into delve into these kind of topics, like Dark Mirror, Black Mirror, and Ready Player One, and all these kind of movies. They really delve into it really deep, and you can see it slowly happen.
I think people would be soulless, more soulless.
Of course,
like more robotic, more
task oriented.
I feel like the people, when you see one guy that has a bit of emotion, he'll stand out. That's how soulless they'll be.
No, he will not be stand out. He'll be cast out.
Casted out. Yeah,
well,
he's a witch.
There's already AI girlfriends and AI wives. So like, let's.
And there's already people committing suicide.
The thing is, listen, guys, shabab. Listen, don't talk about robot wives. I'm reaching a point where I'm starting to consider it. Then I'm turning 30 and the things are not looking good for me. A robot wife might Japan.
It's all Japan.
haram.
Yeah, but like you said, AI, the kids are killing themselves.
Religion won't exist at that point. It would be like 80% of them, like I would see Muslim societies, I think 80% of them would be like, oh, you're speaking the outcast language. Be gone. You're
I think, there would be a point of time where going into religion would be like looked down upon. Like,
and I mean any religion.
You know? Any religion. Any religion. Like anytime someone speaks about religion stuff, like, oh, what are you talking about religion for? Like, outcast. Exactly. This is going to be outcast at some point.
But even coming back to the kids, to the boys, the youth, this generation, let's say, this is where I get my sense of responsibility now, with the youth I have here, because I was talking to a parent 2 days ago, because he was let's say, afraid of letting his son compete, afraid of the sport being a bit rough, he might get injured, etc. I had to explain. I said, listen,
exactly like my mom.
I said, listen, if your son goes and plays football, he can fall and hit his head. He can hit his head on the goalpost. He can fall and break his spine. In a football field, if you want to be extra paranoid,
in general, exactly.
He can go and practice horse riding. He can fall and die. If you want to think that dark,
if you can get into car accident on the way.
But at the same time, your kid is 15. You're not. Some parents want to force their kids to train and they don't want. They're lazy. You have a kid that is energetic, passionate, and loves it, like to the point where he wants to train 3 times, 4 times a day. Imagine.
I remember that time.
And the parent is, let's say, holding him back, afraid, etc. So I had to explain. I say, listen, you want your kid to, he even got pissed off at him last week, and he got back home 9:30, which is late for them. But where was he? For the 3 hours he was here. He wasn't on the streets. He wasn't with doing drugs with friends. There are 15-year-olds now. Some of them do crystal meth. Okay, and it's different. And back in the days, midwakh was the drug. Wow, يدوخ midwakh. The kids taking lyrica, they're taking crystal meth, they're taking everything, man. So you want a 15-year-old to be passionate and addicted to the gym? ولا just effing around with his friends outside.
No, that's such a better alternative than the former, honestly.
And I had a similar conversation recently about the same topic, but it's on a different level, where someone caught someone doing drugs and they stopped them from the gym, and I'm like, that's the worst thing you can do. That's the worst. That's literally the worst thing you can do. If there is something that can help them, because here what we do is, first of all, like, let's say the class starts at 6:45. We start by prayer. نصلي المغرب كلنا جماعة, like the whole guys are here, we pray, we train till 8, we finish adhan isha, we finish, we pray, it's a camaraderie, then we pray together, and then everyone goes back to their home training. It's, first of all, you feel self of bond, you do something very difficult, and then at the end of the day you're 1% better. So there's the reward factor, and you let out a lot of energy. Now you want to go back home and sleep, you want to eat and sleep. You don't have time to do drugs, you don't have time to go out. You left it all out here. You left it all out here.
Exactly what happened to me in martial arts as well, kickboxing, exactly same thing.
So it's you cannot do that. Like, you want them being, again, especially if it's implemented this way, and not to bang our own drums, but we're doing good.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. If we weren't, we were.
Alhamdulillah, we're doing
it's such a good initiative.
No, I don't speak financially. We're doing good. Alhamdulillah, we are. No, I mean I'm very happy with the values, like
the effect,
the environment, the society that we have. It's like we have people that used to badmouth us now training on a daily basis with us. You get me? Like they now see, they let the egos on the side. It's like, oh no, there is benefits here. Let's go here.
And imagine one of the kids he coaches in the kids class. He's 11 years old. And the first day I saw him, the first day he came, he didn't know not one of the kids that were here. He didn't know anyone. He was shy. He was the tallest. He's the tallest one of them. He's shy. He's let's say يعني شوي introverted,
nervous, stuff like that.
You can see that he doesn't maybe have a lot of friends, but started training here with the kids every day. And there were a lot of ups and downs, let's say.
Yeah.
But now you see him, he's running around, he can't shut up.
Yeah.
He can't shut up.
MashaAllah, he's
even his
smart.
parents are saying like, the effect is outside of the gym, in our house even, you know. This, when I get messages like this, I go, okay, the hair starts to stand up, like, okay. It's a good thing. Yeah, alhamdulillah.
One person at a time, because you teach that one person, he teaches someone around him, people get inspired by him, you are creating good, like, and that's, if you just impact, you saw me how happy when he told me the story before we started the podcast. Like I had to hide it just for a second, but
no, it was good on you guys, wallah.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
The story is that the episode, after we did the episode with Humbert Lee, is many more people of his family converted to Islam, and alhamdulillah.
That was such an interesting story from him, honestly. I was very interested.
I didn't know that. How long ago did we shoot the episode? He just told me about
I
this.
thought you know a lot.
No, I didn't. But that was so
See, you're not
beautiful.
important. They don't involve you.
I'm a new parent. Look, the podcast started with me being a parent. So life has... one thing I'm going to tell you is... because you're not a parent yet, but you're writing about parenting. So one thing that I would advise any new parent or someone that is looking to become a parent is understand that you're going to have to go through a very big readjustment phase of your life, understanding how to balance things, understanding maybe you will have to sacrifice things permanently or momentarily, or like you will have to compromise, you and your partner. And your partner especially, she will have to learn a new identity. She was a daughter, a wife, a sister. Now she's a mother. That's a new ball game. For a father, it's gonna take him time to understand that he's a parent. But for the mother, the moment that seed is planted in her, she's trying to understand what's going to happen. And then the moment she gives birth, that responsibility is there in front of her 24/7.
Yes.
She has to take care, nourish, and the man has to stand by her side, support, try to be understanding, and at the same time understand himself and the changes that are happening to him.
صح. I delved into that into the book as well, fatherhood and motherhood as well. So 2 different chapters on motherhood and fatherhood, and each kind of culture is in different. Every kind of culture, usually it's always the man that's the kind of. And don't take this wrong way. He's like the god of the house, king of the house.
Peter Familia.
Exactly. Exactly. I actually went into that. Yeah. Exactly. He's the king of the house. He's the person who gets all the decisions. He's the one who takes care of the family.
The dictator.
That's his perspective.
That's a good word for it, I guess.
My household.
And the woman is motherhood is such an important job. Seriously, it's so important for the children. They're the ones giving the actual emotion, love, and
they raise the
care,
generations.
It's been there since the dawn of time. That's just how it is, and it never really changed. From the beginning, it never changed. The fatherhood, the motherhood will always kind of stay the same throughout life. The father is the security, the king of the kind of the castle. And I feel like when people see this, I feel like they're gonna say like, "Oh, you're anti-feminist."
Ignore, please don't get me started.
Can I get to the root of that?
Tell me.
It goes back to when we were hunter-gatherers.
Yes.
Or not hunter-gatherers, I would say when technology did not exist. Did you ever expect a woman to go out and hunt? No. The women used to stay with, I would say, with the disabled, with some men that were not able to go hunting.
That was such an important, actually,
blacksmiths and people that used to take care of the village. And the mothers, they had the roles of creating medicine. Sometimes, like, again, men had parts of...
in the kitchen.
Yeah. No.
What?
Why do you highlight that? Like, I know you want to tease.
Sure, they don't cook yet.
No, they do. They do.
Okay.
Like, but it's not like every mother cooks. There used to be women that specialized in cooking.
If the mother doesn't, the sister does.
There used to be women that take care of all the kids of the village. It's not like each parent to its own. No, like they were hand by hand, and they had to be this way because their life was on the line.
That's for survival. They need to get together to be for survival.
Exactly.
They go to the river with the clothes.
But that sense of danger is not there anymore. Hence why we are creating constant.
That's why there's constant action. صح, you're definitely right, because we are now such in a time where it's safe and so easy to live. That's why like it's easier now to like be more open about stuff and things like that. But regardless, it's still always the same. Like my wife, mashallah alayha, by the way, my wife is a jiu-jitsu champion as well. So
mashallah.
Yeah, she's I'm scared of her.
You should be.
I should be. I definitely should be. Yeah. But she's really strong. I remember we did go on the mat for a bit. I did jiu-jitsu a bit in the military. I'm not perfect. I'm not amazing. But I know some. But I couldn't believe the fact that she was actually
manhandling you.
Yeah. Throwing me around.
Yep.
Like I'm 90 kgs. Okay, like, I don't know how that like pushing me around. I'm so confused. This is why I want to teach my kids jiu-jitsu. It's so important. But yeah, my wife, mashallah, she has the degree, a master's degree. She's a manager and stuff, and she's very smart. She's intelligent. She's the independent woman, like where men want to, like, you know, where women around the world. She's an independent woman. She tells me, mashallah alayha, like, if I have to, I'll quit and I'll take care of the kids if I have to.
That's the most noble thing she can do.
That's the thing.
That's a strong woman.
I see that. I'm like, wow, she's not one of those women. I'm there women like, no, I want to do this. I want to work here. I don't want to kids.
They challenge.
Yeah, they want to like work on the.
They don't want to. They feel that they're beneath you.
I don't know why they think in a motherhood or like staying at home or stuff like that is actually a bad thing. And even my wife, she tells me, I still want to do things. Like she's like, yeah. I'm like, yes, you should. And she's like, I can work from home. I can do business. I can make a business. I still like maybe go. I want to do jiu-jitsu classes and do trainings and stuff like that. Blah 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 blah. But like all like within flexible timing. She just doesn't want.
I think it should be viewed as if you're a power couple. You guys are hustling.
Yeah.
Then my role is this. I take care of this. You take care of this, and we make it work.
Exactly.
It shouldn't be challenging. It's not,
you have to do this. You have to do that.
You said I don't know why. It's the programming. It's the program. But we, like, in order to understand anything, you have to go back to its root cause. So when did all this start?
Through the globalization, through the connection, through modernization throughout the world. Everything went and got interconnected.
No.
What then?
It started in World War II.
Okay.
In World War II, and even following up, like if we're gonna go, where did this? Because it all started in the West, and everything trickling down from the West.
They spread their influence.
So especially during the Vietnam War and World War II, a lot of countries lost a big chunk of their manpower.
Yeah.
All of their industries, all of their fields lacked a lot of men.
Yes.
So
I did read about this.
They started,
and that's when the women actually empowering the women.
And then you remember this
picture.
They started empowering women, getting women more into the fields. And
but it wasn't even for women empowerment. It's just for more to get
they need
manpower.
money.
But they need money. They need money. They need
that's
people
the root cause of everything. That's the programming. Let's put the tinfoil hats on. Like that's the root cause of everything. If you start digging deep into any subject, it's always money.
Yeah,
it's always money. Other than demonic agendas, it's money. So that started trickling down because even the West had those fundamentals of a woman having to be in the house, raising the children, taking care of the house, because that's what creates the next generation.
And what happens when the mother is not there and she's always at work?
Someone needs to replace that.
No,
someone that has
the maid, or usually it's someone else, another.
Someone that doesn't have the same incentive of raising a good child the same way you do. Whether it's a technology, whether it's another human, whether it's a school, they will never have the same incentive as you do of raising a good child.
And it's not, there's no connection anymore to the parent to child.
Shit, man. Our next guest has to be a woman. She has to be a woman.
And also, يعني inshallah, inshallah you don't have to go through, but understand that even that's very noble what you said about your wife and what your wife said, and you sharing that she is ready to leave her job, because I had to go through that, and I had a very tough conversation with my wife. I told her, like, if we are to have children, because I spent a lot of time, I never thought of writing a book because I wasn't a parent. I didn't have that kind of perspective as you did, but I studied a lot about parenting and children being parented. Because I wanted to understand myself. I had some issues. So, with that being said, we had a tough conversation. I told her, like, I know you want to be a mother one day, but you need to understand that throughout my knowledge on how to make sure you have the best type of children with the least amount of damage, at least spiritually or mentally, is to have one available parent.
Yes.
And if the time comes, are you ready to do that? And when the time came, she was ready, of course. Like, she was willing to let go of it. But a bit things become a bit more difficult. They are willing to do it, but you'll have to constantly reassure.
Questions arise.
Not questions arise. It's more of a self-value. Like, you mentioned PhD. You mentioned many things.
Personal goals.
You also, like, from a woman's perspective, she's like, oh, that's what people see valuable in me, is because I do this and I do that. And now you came on the podcast, and those are the things that you are proud of. But what I applaud you in is you also are proud of the fact that she is ready to let go of all of that for a child.
Yeah, exactly.
And you should be this way, and you should be very supportive, because there will be a time where it will be difficult for the mother to let go of those values or those accolades or those badges. Because for the longest time, that's what she held pride in. And she will have to adjust into holding pride over being a parent and taking care of her husband and child and raising a new generation. And that's where religion comes into play, because religion glorifies that position.
Yes, and it does. And specifically Islam, it really glorifies motherhood.
My future wife should be taking notes.
It's a core fundamental value. And again, it all goes back to what we were saying in the beginning, where when it comes to strictness, discipline, all of these things, if we really take these things into accountability and we live by those guidelines, they're there for a reason.
Yes.
Allah نزل علينا الكتاب for a reason. For a reason. Like,
وشو كان أول كلمة قاله؟
اقرأ.
Yes. That's I love hearing that, because
it was this Jum'ah's khutbah topic, because back to school, and so اقرأ. Like,
just read. اقرأ. Everything. And I تعرف, I even different.
I found out how stupid I was when I started reading books. Wallah al-Azim, I never read books ترى. Like when I was growing up, the books I read was like, I didn't even finish them because I watched. No, I don't. But I don't consider them books. It's Harry Potter. Because I love the movies. But I didn't even read them. I just bought them because I love the movies, and I just see the pictures. If there are any pictures in them.
تعرف إن we're losing that kind of sense in society in terms of reading books. We don't really have that now. It's all podcasts. It's all quick stuff. AI, Google stuff that's very quick. You don't see that many books anymore. I read here and there. I'm not much of a reader. I literally watch everything or listen everything. I listen to audiobooks. I don't want to sit down and read. I don't like that. But sometimes I do if I have time, and I do it. But we're losing that thing. But everything is super quick now. It's interesting how life is. I mean, now I see people, like, even if they have a PhD, I don't think they're better than me. I don't think they're better than me in that subject. I really don't. I see people in the terms of like online as well, like PhD guys, whatever. They talk about whatever this country or they have cyber security, like whatever background, whereas the stuff they say, there was an agenda behind it. I don't think anyone who has a degree is important. I don't think degrees are important.
I agree with you to a certain point where degrees are overly regarded. Overrated.
Yeah.
But at some point when someone puts that much time, like a PhD,
that's the difference. Yeah, exactly. That's a PhD towards it. Yes, but then these guys, depending on where they went and what they studied, they're going on a set of stages as well that's marked for them. They're not going looking at everything else. They're reading you're reading like whatever kind of subject it is. You're reading about democracy. You're reading about this specific book from a democratic person, how it's so good, democracy is so good. But then they won't give you what to read, what's against it. There's a set limit steps they give you on university or whatever.
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? They're not giving you something else.
Yeah, and it's like you can
it's
reach that point by and it's like checking off.
Checking box, yeah. This is how education is nowadays. You're just checking a box, like, I studied this, studied that. But okay, what about other stuff? If you're studying this, learn the opposite side. I swear, no matter in what kind of thing I see, politics or geopolitics, or stuff that's happening in the world, I always go both sides, no matter what. I never try to make a judgment decision about anything. I have to look at both sides of everything. Read this, read that. Go delve way more into
صح continue but this is one thing I wanted to highlight. What made you go into
social commentary and politics and stuff like that? You know why? Because I always wanted to be kind of someone online, like talking.
You have the personality for that.
I always wanted to do that. I always wanted to be like an entertainer or online. I wouldn't call it influencer. I don't like being called an influencer because an influencer is such a broad term. It's not something
insulting.
He hates content creator either.
Yeah, content. It's such a overly kind of.
It's very broad.
Anyone can be an influencer. Anyone is an influencer. It's annoying, but I wanted to be someone who had a voice online and stuff like that. I have opinions, and first off, I'm Emirati. And we have value in this world. We do. Alhamdulillah, our leadership. Wow, they invested into the UAE so much, education-wise and everything. Why aren't we showing it to the world? Why is it in the UAE we invite people from America, wherever, come talk to us here, UK, come talk to us here. It's weird. Or we send like a very small amount of people to go talk about us and stuff like that there. We have a lot of people, smart, intelligent people who studied and stuff. They don't really want to be out there. I want to showcase the UAE. Alhamdulillah, I was invited to think tanks in the US. I've met with the former ambassadors, spoke about the UAE and how they govern, how the leadership is. And this is a model that usually countries should follow. I mean, have you seen the clip of in terms of I think it was in the Senate or something, I forgot what it was, where this guy was talking about how technology, how he's basically saying, you can renew your car on a phone, on an app, on this, and blah 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 blah, and like we should get this here in the US. And he's like, he says you can actually see this in the UAE and Abu Dhabi, they're already doing it. Everything is done on the phone. Everything is digital. You don't need to go somewhere to renew your passport.
I think
I need to renew my passport now, and I just go on the phone.
He talked about the AI as well, that we're miles ahead of them.
Yes, exactly. UAE is so forward thinking, it's ridiculous.
Abu Dhabi invested a lot in
AI. Oh my God, it's huge. Everything will be AI, I think, here. And they even said they're gonna involve AI in politics as well. Involve AI in terms of laws and regulations, stuff like that. It's
I didn't say
it's amazing. I like it.
I just felt something, and
the reason why I like it because it's the future. It's this thing. How it is. It's you either get to it or I saw that episode about like how AI is dangerous with you guys. I saw that. It's scary. It is scary.
We didn't say our mind.
There should be regulations to it. There should be. And there will be, hopefully, inshallah,
of course, in the future. Everything has to come with
this is why the reason why I want to do it, because I want to showcase the Emirat to the world. I don't want them to think, we're all camel riding people with gold and Lamborghini. And yes, most of my stuff it goes to the West.
Yeah.
I put stuff in Arabic subtitles because I want just to address as well some Arabs, some know it or not.
You know we're gonna get attacked in the comment section.
Oh,
Emiratis, why you speak English?
Not the first time. We've been there.
Speak Arabic.
But that's the thing. Even there was one comment I remember seeing is like, "Oh, you have a British accent." You know, like that. There was a hint of, because my mom was raised in the UK, so sometimes when I speak in English, it's because my mom was in the house. The British accent comes out of it. And whenever I'm speaking to a British person, it comes out a bit more higher. You know? But I don't even realize it, you know, because I have family there as well in the UK. My cousins and my uncles.
It's just this personality switch.
It's
because
just
you
switch,
have,
you know, because I have that, it just comes up a bit. But yeah, most of it is just through the West. You know, I want to show the West and the Emirat, we are smart. We have value in the world. We can talk about it. You know, I don't want them to think, oh, just like gold, oil. We're not just oil anymore. We're AI now.
Yep.
It's huge.
And why do you think that is that not a lot of us are willing to show? You said shy. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
No. I'll say not in a shy. I think they're scared to put themselves out there. I think.
Do you think that's because of culture? And also tying with the society size?
Reputation stuff, because it matters usually in like an Arab culture or even UAE culture as well.
Scared of what?
Reputation.
Doing
scared
what?
of going out there and talking about
being
stuff.
judged.
Being judged online or whatever. Like, oh, they might make a mistake and stuff like that. People make mistakes, you know. It's just a matter of how you do it, you know. And I think these people are just scared to really go out there. I mean, what stopped you from
thick skin?
From
I don't
going
give
to
a
podcast.
shit. That's the thing.
So let's be honest, Yousef. A lot of difficult conversations had to happen before we started this because we fell under those stigmas.
What?
Like in the beginning, we didn't want to do this because we thought we wanted to, but we were scared to do this because we thought we would get attacked, we would get cancelled, we would get judged.
You will get attacked.
Yeah. Like we had those fears, but then one step further, it's like, who cares?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it offline. Let's see how we feel. And we did it. And then like,
it felt good. Like, it's nice.
Let's do this.
Even the conversations, this is good.
You have to have thick skin as well.
Yeah.
You have to have thick skin.
Oh yeah, you should. Oh, yeah.
And you need to have a very clear goal of what you want to do.
Go into my ex and go check the comments. And just please. Oh my God, they're funny.
Oh, bad politics stuff.
Oh no, it's super funny. Oh my God,
you're Emirati as well?
Emirati. No, they go hard on me. Oh my God.
Do you think society size plays a big role in that? Like, because us as Emiratis, we're not that many. So because I use that example because I see the difference, the polar opposite in Saudi Arabia, where Saudi Arabians are much more prone. I call it the America of the Middle East in terms of size, in terms of how different cities have different cultures, not in terms of Western ideology, but in terms of how they act as a culture. It's a very big land to the point where you can drive 12 hours between one city to another city and they will have different accents. They would have different terminologies, different personalities, different cultures. Like, it's a very big land, very different. So you can... Every time you go to a city, so for example, I was in Jeddah, people are asking each other, oh, where are you from? I'm like, we don't do that in the UAE. Like, if I meet an Emirati person, he's an Emirati person.
Because that's the mentality we have in the leadership here. That's the message they want to give out. United Arab Emirates. نحن إماراتي. نحن إماراتي أول. بس of course نحن إماراتي. بس you don't need to look at the background. إماراتي.
I still say مالوين.
No, but back to my question. You think society size plays a role? Like, given the context that I just presented?
I mean, when you're looking at Saudi, it's a different kind of thing. I mean, UAE, in terms of
they started way before us in terms of content creation. That's why I use them as an
geography.
example.
In terms of, let me just first start off with this. In terms of geography, I mean, each kind of country at its own, they've gone through inner fights usually to get a country. Saudi, I mean, the Saudis, they won. They went into violence. They became a country. They fought. There was violence. There was to fight to get the country. Any other country in the Middle East as well. There's always infighting. There's always UAE is kind of like one of the only countries that wasn't united.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's the thing. United. They became together. I'm not saying there wasn't. No, I'm saying they united and became so prosperous. This is the model that UAE model that should be actually gone. Middle East still has problems. They're still infighting. Come on, like how many years is going to go by until the infighting stops? There's a lot of details that go into it, but I don't want to go into that. But your question and why the UAE in terms of social media, why Saudi is going? They have twice the numbers. I mean, look at the numbers, population. They have so many people. But UAE we're so like conserved a bit, and we're not that many people. Everyone has their own kind of agendas or goals they want to achieve in life. Some people just want to live and happy, get a wife, whatever it is. Some people are ambitious. They want to go huge in life and stuff like that. So, but there's a small number every time. But I think the more the people kind of UAE citizens or Emirati, the youth see people coming out there and talking about themselves to the West and to the world, it will actually brighten the society here, let's say. That's what I think. I mean, you guys are doing your podcast and you're showing Emirati, you're still giving a podcast, you're talking about things, different things. It's really good. It still influences people into, UAE, these guys are Emirati? Where's their gold and camels and oil? Like,
because let's be real, one of the things we talked about when starting the podcast, and you want a show that's relatable, like guys that are just talking, having conversation. You can relate to not something too official.
Not something too official. Exactly. That's what I liked about this. By
the community can relate to. But like you said, at the same time, we know as well that we as a community can be haters. We can be haters.
And about the size, like, don't you at least at some point in your life felt like, I will see people there I know, or like you feel like we're in a very small space where you will always see people you know, or you will be seen by people you know.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. This is gonna happen.
And that adds a lot of pressure, at least growing up. Whenever you have this cultural thinking.
Yes.
I'm not speaking.
By the way, I did, and my book I spoke about UAE culture and Arab and parenting and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
Because reputation.
Man, now I don't read, by the way. So please record your audio book very soon.
On Audible.
I listen to. Sorry, Ashan Mohan said there was something that you mentioned. People don't read. One thing that we need to highlight that there are different types of learning methods. Some people are visual learners.
Visual learners.
Some are listening learners. Some are a combination of both. Like for me, reading was very difficult my whole life. I never had enough interest to stay in front of a book and read.
Me neither, صراحة. Me neither, unless it's a book I really want to read.
Listening engages my imagination. Reading does not.
صح.
It does not. I just read to finish. I don't read to understand. I listen to understand. I watch to understand. But I never read to understand. It's a bit difficult.
It's the same with me, honestly. I mean, I mean, of course, I read a few books here and there, but these books because I really wanted to read them, and I really like them. And the way I got engaged with these books, I'll be honest. I mean, you know how you listen to stuff and then you use your imagination to talk about it or think about it. When I was reading, I would read it out loud and then I would write down quotes from the book what I liked, just random stuff like, I like this what he said here. Write it down.
That's Yousef's
and I wrote like a whole notebook full of that and and it made me like it way more. But I can't do that to every book.
But I don't want to. It's
like a project.
It's a project, exactly. But this is why I like audibles instead, like reading or even watching. You see on YouTube like history stuff, there's like animation stuff. That's actually easier to understand and learn.
Many docu-series.
Many docu-series and stuff. That to understand more. I mean, reading is a bit. Each one is different. People love to read. Some people love to read, but some people can't.
But I don't know if you guys face the same thing. I don't love to read, but I'm a listener. I'm a big time listener. But the issue is let's say when I read the information or what I read gets registered, memorized easily. But when I listen, I don't know. It's like.
So wait, when you read, you understand better?
Huh?
When I write
it registers. Something close.
I heard the shutter. Did you knock your?
I heard. No, that was like a drop of water or something.
No, water.
لا المهم.
Anyways.
Sorry.
Good.
المقصد إن المعلومة doesn't stick the way it sticks
Okay.
When you're listening. When I read, it sticks easier.
Okay. So you're more of a reader rather than
I'm a listener. I don't know. It's weird. I enjoy listening. I don't enjoy reading, but when I read, it's more effective.
Maybe it's the act of it. It's every brain is wired differently. I mean, how you were educated as well. It plays a huge part in how you're educated. Like I am horrible at math. Are you guys good at math or something?
Shit.
I'm horrid. I think it's a brain kind of thing as well, and it's in how you're educated. It's a multiple thing. So it's how you're educated and if you're actually good at it. I mean, it's brain wiring. It's with you if you like it or not. Some people are like mathematicians. These guys are like amazing at math. But then, like for me, the way I was educated in math wasn't great. Like the education system at the time back then in terms of math, they weren't rewarding you well enough or teaching you in a good way for you to enjoy math. This is just how it was. People are good at math, just randomly. They're just they're not. But then when I tell them like how I was back then, and they're like, "No, I studied this." Because again, it's depending on how you're educated in terms of math. Because imagine like you're following along in math. Okay, the additions, multiplications, whatever, and stuff like that. Then you miss a week, you come back, and there's only freaking linear and like wait, what happened here? What did I miss here? You'll hate it. Your brain all of a sudden you'll be like, I'm done.
AQ. This past year, I had to help my nephew with his homework. Wallah al-azim, I didn't know how to help him. He's in 6th grade, man.
6th grade.
He's 6th grade.
It's got that hard.
Their math is like I saw it. I'm like, I did this. I remember I did this. So I can't help you. I ended up ChatGPTing it.
Yeah.
And I helped him eventually. But I tried to do it like sincerely.
Yeah.
I failed. That's how bad I was.
I wanted to study for my master's in AI. I did want to study master's AI, but then I checked the requirements. One of them is math, or like
coding, something like that.
Something like. And it's
what's your background?
My background, I studied international affairs, international relations.
That's not your path, man. AI is not your path.
No, I know, but that's the thing. I tried to go into it, but I saw the kind of like the math that it required. I couldn't.
There are different types of
AI courses.
So there's the machine learning part. There's the coding.
That's the coding part, and there's
creating the machine. There's also the training part.
The training, LLM, learning language.
They want
the usage of AI.
They want the usage.
I think.
Not usage. I wanted to delve into it more, but not into creating it.
That's what I'm saying. There is a path for you that doesn't require math.
Okay, I mean, I wanted to look.
But it comes with dealing with the machine that is ready. You may be teaching it how. Basically, that's parenting the machine.
Yes.
So touching it on its head when it does something wrong, and like, you did something good. Here, have a treat.
My next book is gonna be parenting AI.
I can help. My slave. My ChatGPT guy is.
I saw your clip. You said your AI is.
Man, he's gonna. My death might be on the hands of a robot. Yeah? That could be my.
By the way, I always tell ChatGPT, "Thank you, please, thank you," and stuff.
Never.
I have to. I'm scared, man. If it runs the world, I needed to know that I was nice to it.
I saw Terminator enough times to know how to deal with the. He's on my shit list right now. Yesterday I asked him to do a couple of things, and the quality was not.
Do you use ChatGPT or just or is that specific only that AI? Do you use any other AI or
ChatGPT or
nothing? You don't use like DeepSeek or Grok?
You actually, you one time told me about different stuff.
Different.
You need to show me some things, wallah. Because now, I use just ChatGPT.
No. I mean, in terms of like the processing, I mean, OpenAI is by far the best in terms of the model, in terms of the market itself as well. And OpenAI is the best. Even the new ChatGPT 5 that came out is really good. The others, they have different kind of uses. Grok is actually good.
Grok is Elon's one?
Elon Musk's one. Grok is actually nice, but It's kind of biased. It's always biased. If you go deep sea, it's biased. China. If you go it's biased this. Biased this. But Grok is the least kind of biased. Grok will give you answers.
I have a question.
It will give you okay. Tell me.
Have you been looking at the salaries of these AI guys? That's why you want your PhD?
Yeah, what do you think, man? Of course.
Yousef, have you seen the
salaries? Not just the salaries. Sure, that's the future. It's something you need to get into, and then you get the money.
No. These contracts, like especially Meta, like Meta is trying to jump into this market, and they did some what did they call it?
Scavenging.
So they took
headhunting.
So they did some headhunting, and they took top AI researchers and stuff from ChatGPT, from here and there, and their contracts with them are in hundreds of millions.
They deserve it.
So here's the thing: 3 guys with three of those top tier developers with Meta just dropped out 2 months after signing the contract.
Oh yeah?
Dish?
Hey, Meta, hire me, man.
First of all,
the expectations?
No, like think about it this way. If you're headhunting and you're getting the best of the best from each industry, and you're putting them all in one team and expecting them to collaborate, you're as if you're getting alpha dogs and putting them in one cage and expecting them to collaborate.
Yeah, that kind.
No. Hey, my idea is best, and then you tell me your idea is best. Then he says, no, my idea is best.
The ego.
Screw all the money.
I think that's why there should be another kind of leader there. A person that actually
bigger dog.
Bigger dog. The dog that actually makes the decision.
No, especially when you come in and your contract says 100 million, for example. You're expecting to, and then someone says, no, I disagree with your point. Who are you to disagree? My contract is 100 million. Like, this is what I'm being paid. I'm important. I'm special. You don't get to disagree with me. So I think everything is alluding to having ego tensions internally.
Yeah, and there's always, in every kind of company would have that ego trip. People don't have disagreements no matter what. Just getting over it. This is why there's like negotiations or talkings and communication.
Politics.
Multiple meetings, politics. Oh my God, politics.
Fake. You have to be fake.
Yeah. It's all fake, by the way. It's all.
You know how many times I give you a fake hi?
Yeah. Oh, I just. You think I don't do that? I see. Hey, man, how you doing? I go in the elevator.
No, wallah, AQ, because every time I saw him in the office, he's the guy that's smiling, whatever. But meanwhile, me, you know how my mean mugging everybody. Wallah, stay away.
I was that guy. Because I was kind of the face of the kind of company in terms of recruitment and stuff like that. So I was the first person they meet always. I was in the interviews, I was in the screenings, I was in the first day they join. I used to take them everywhere. I used to introduce them to everyone.
Yeah, you walked me around.
I have to be like happy, and I was representing. I had to be like kind of like customer service a bit, but like better. It was interesting. So
how do you do that being a shy person growing up?
Exactly, this is the thing.
Is it something that you had to develop for the job, or that was
I had to develop it even during the job because. I'm just like I said, I was a nervous kid. I was a shy kid throughout life. I mean, it made me, the first step that made me a bit more confident was first with kickboxing, got me more confident. But then when I quit, that shyness came back again a bit. I was delving into bad stuff at that time. And then what delved me better, more confidence and stuff like that, was the book 12 Rules for Life from Jordan Peterson. I remember I'm going to go a bit personal here. After that, when I read that book, I started saying yes to things. I started going to more stuff. I was more a bit, trying new things. I was still a bit shy. I was still a bit nervous. And then I remember one time I was doing my internships and stuff like that. I got panic attack because I didn't know what I was doing in my life. I was like in the car, like I was having a panic attack. I was like, what am I doing? And I was like 25, 26, and I was still trying to find a job. I was doing my internship. I felt so low. Like, what the hell am I doing in my life? Like, I did nothing during my university years. I didn't care in my university years. I didn't implement anything like my life. I just played around. I did whatever I wanted to do. So what am I doing? I'm still getting a money allowance from my dad, and I'm 25. Like, I felt.
Was that the same year you got employed?
Yeah.
I went to the same shit.
Exactly. Well, exactly. Same thing. And because I felt horrible. Like I'm still getting allowance. What am I doing in my life? You know, like this is why I kept trying hard. I kept doing everything, and then I got that job. And I'm like, this time, like the recruitment kind of field requires a lot of people, and the person who recruited me knows how I am, my personality. He knows me personally. Like he knew like how I talked and stuff. And he got. He thinks I would do well, and I بدأت alhamdulillah, and I tried my best, and. I'm a people person now. I kept getting more confident.
So this is who you are, because I met you for the first time today, and you seem to me like an extroverted
if you met
person.
me, by the way, I'm an introvert.
Yeah.
I did the Myers. Do you know the Myers-Briggs test?
No.
IFP, INFP, TEX. Oh, you never done it?
Educate me on it.
It's a personality test. So it's 16 types personalities. It does into 4 different categories. So extrovert, introvert. Intuitive or non-intuitive or something else, and then there's feeling and something else, and then there's perceiving and something else.
What is it called? I can give you the correct
answer. Yeah, Myers-Briggs test, or 16 personalities. Myers.
How you can do it online?
Yeah, it's free. You can do it online. I think we even assessments. Do 16 personality. 16 personalities. Oh, come on. Oh, this dude. Yeah. I'm actually doing a video on him actually. Yeah. I
wanted to bring him up earlier when we were speaking about children, but we went past it.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna bring it back up.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm doing a video on him actually. Yeah. On what's happening with AI. Yeah, there you go. See the several terms: ENTP, INTP, INTJ, and ISJ. Yeah.
This is the one you're referring to.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So I am INFP. INFP. I see. Sensitive, creative, idealistic, perceptive, caring, loyal. This is like the kind of are you outwardly, inwardly? So in the beginning, the first letter is either you're extrovert or introvert. Second is either you're sensing or intuitive, thinking, feeling, or judging or perceiving. So I want you guys to do the test and you see
which one is the psychotic one.
You think you'll get the psychotic one?
Yeah, maybe.
Honestly, I look. It's not perfect. I'm not gonna say. Even there was a lot of research online. It's not perfect, but it just gives you kind of a hint about you. And it's when I read it, it does.
I have an issue. It's like a question based. Like they ask you questions based on your answers.
Based on your answers.
I have an issue with these. You know why? Because sometimes I feel like I might have a different answer tomorrow. Tomorrow, literally tomorrow. In a year, even tomorrow.
Yeah.
And my answer could be different.
Yeah, because this is on a percentage, by the way. So if I am INFP, but I'm like 50 something %, I'm close to extrovert as well. And when I did the same test when I was 18, I was 80%, like 70% introvert. And now I see how I got a bit more extroverted. So this thing changes. Your personality kind of changes over time a bit. Maybe leaning towards more of this, maybe
for me personally, I focus on the feeling I feel. You know, like I'm introverted to the core, wallah. Like why too introverted. But when I sit with a group of people, I feel the energy. Yeah. I become extremely extroverted. Yani to the point where, just like you, for example, he wouldn't expect you being an introvert. Yeah. The same way. But when I sit with a group of people, let's say that some people, they drain your social battery very fast.
Yeah, exactly.
They're extremely fast. You would see me dead very fast. And the first thing I would think about is leaving that place when I reach. But, for example, if the people I'm with, the energies, let's say, match, that thought will go away. I would be enjoying my time.
Yeah. I mean, exactly what you said about social battery. I am kind of a bit of an introvert, but my job requires me to talk to a lot of people every day. So usually at the end of the day of recruitment and talking to a lot of people, I am exhausted. I don't want to talk to people. I want to go home and just relax. I do not want to move. Like I don't want to talk to people. I hate it. Like it takes so much out of me because I'm talking to all these people and I have to be hello, yes, hi. I have to be really like on that script, this is that, I got it. And then sometimes they're annoying. Let me tell you a story. This recruitment story. I was recruiting for a customer service position. Oh, this is an interesting one. There's this woman. I got her CV, 6 years of customer service experience, but it didn't really go into details. A horribly made CV. She was UAE national, right? I'm not gonna say names, of course. Of course. But I remember. So I called her on a Friday. All right. So I told her like, hey, this is blah blah blah. We're hiring for a customer service position. I got your CV. Is it okay to talk? Whatever. And she started talking, and she was treating me like as if I'm her best friend. Like she's making jokes, and she's not professional at all. She wasn't professional. And I took that. I always look at the good side. I'm like, at least maybe she's like confident in herself. Okay, good. Hello, it's good. At the end of the call, and she's like, I'm like, look, I'm going to send your profile in. And if you get shortlisted, we'll call you. If we don't, I'm sorry, then you weren't shortlisted. She's like, no, you're going to. She laughed, and she's like, oh, no, you are. If I don't, I'll kill you. Ha ha ha.
Oh, that's
it's a joke.
That's an 18-year-old.
You're getting an HR. No, it wasn't like an older person.
No, but
yeah, exactly. And I'm HR. You're calling me. I'm calling you, and I'm getting for a job. Be professional a bit.
Yeah.
I get the point, and I'm making a joke about here and there. It's fine, but not to that extent, خيبة, man. So this is like the least of my worries. After I got the call, I'm like, I'm not sending the profile in. I didn't send the profile in. The week after, this is from Friday. This is after Salah. It's like 3-4 p.m. All right, and then the next week after that, I had military in Ash. So Monday comes out, I'm in the camp. I get a call from the same one. 7 a.m. 7 a.m. She calls me. Like, whatever. I'm in the check again. She calls again. From 7 a.m. till 10 a.m. She was been calling me nonstop. Over 30 missed calls.
You found the one.
I didn't answer. I'm like, what the hell is happening? I didn't answer. Okay. So then the next day, same thing. Tuesday, same thing. I'm in the camp. I can't really. I don't want to answer either. I'm not answering. Go do something else.
Why don't you block?
Well, no. She was calling from the company phone. The company kept calling. I could have blocked her, but like I kept calling, whatever. I didn't care for it that much, whatever. Wednesday comes about, 7 p.m. I went out to the gym. I got a message on Snapchat.
No.
What? She found Snapchat?
Yeah, because it's linked to my phone number.
Ooh.
I got a message from this. Are you this? I'm like, wait, who is this? She's like, oh, you broke my heart. I'm like, what?
Damn.
I call. I'm like, I act like I wanna. Who's this? You know, I wanna act, but I know it's her. And she's like, oh, this. You called me. I'm like, yeah, okay. She's like, you haven't given me an update. I called, weren't you? I'm like, if no one called you, I'm in military. I'm in the camp right now. What are you doing? Like, you know, if I told you, if you were shortlisted, we'll call you. Like, yeah, you didn't call me. Then, khalas, you weren't shortlisted. No, I went. She got mad. She was shouting at me. She's saying I wasted her time. Wasted whatever, this and that, blah, blah, blah. She's like, I'm going to complain. I'm going to go to the company and complain. My blood is fuming. Yeah. I want to get mad, but I kept my composure. Alhamdulillah, I kept my composure. I'm like, look, my name is this. Go to this company. I am from this. I'm the HR, blah, 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 blah. Complain. I will. I'm like, okay, go for it. Close the phone.
Tough luck.
I'm like getting mad. I call my boss. I'm like, this happened, and he laughs. He's like, yeah, this happens a lot in recruitment. I'm like, what?
This is not what I signed up for.
Oh my god! And I'm a nice person. I don't want to get mad. I don't want to hurt someone's feelings. I try to be always fair with everyone. You know. But you keep trying me. I'm gonna get pissed off.
You will find the cycle.
Thank you. I to not to your extreme, but I saw glimpses of that in the career fair. I had يعني girls that come please make sure that they call me, please. If they didn't, I will come back. I will come back. I'm like, okay. First of all, I'm not HR. They just told me to come and represent.
I am the local public.
I am. Oh yeah, I got you.
Bro, 2 years. Even this year, last year I won. Even. They come in entitled.
Yeah, no, exactly. That entitlement, I hate it.
Entitled as hell. She comes and I mean, most of
أنا ما بقول شيء غلط الإمارات, and I don't want to. But there are some people, Emiratis, that they feel entitled because their nationality.
1,000,000%.
I hate that. No, you're yes, Emirati, be proud of it, but work for it. We didn't get here because you are like just being lazy and like things were going to be handed to you. I don't like that. My dad even said this.
See, those are the people that set the wrong image where everything is given to us. We just sit
These are the people that do a horrible image for us. My dad even said, he's like, make a video about this. Like, I'm like, what? He's like, I met this local blah blah. Just because you were born here doesn't mean you are entitled to anything. Like, you have to work for hard.
But you know what the problem is? The problem is the Western people will upload in the comments. 10% of locals will say, yes, you're correct. The hate that you will receive for being the traitor. For highlighting.
Not from the UAE.
Some of them, some of the people.
I don't think, I think people would be oblivious to think that they're that person. They wouldn't think that they're that person. But no, this is a mindset I don't like. Even I'll tell you from me, my side, my life. And when I started this job.
Yep. Don't worry.
No.
Bleep better.
When I started this job, when I started my first job, I had wastas. But I never wanted to use wastas. I didn't like to use wasta. I want to work. From the beginning of my internships and everything, all my training stuff, I didn't mind. You want coffee? I'll get you. I'll be the coffee boy.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever. I will work from the ground up. Adi. Give me something, I will do it. This is my mindset. Okay. No job was low for me. My first internship was freaking filing publications, filing stuff. The other intern with me, she hated it. She was like doing nothing. She's like, oh, why are you doing this? This is boring work. I'm like, yeah, but still work. I do something. And because of that, they loved me. That's why they offered me a job at that time, the internship. After the internship, but I couldn't because of the military. When I first started this new job, my first job, full-time job, 3 months in, I got a better offer, double what I was earning back here in Abu Dhabi. Back in Abu Dhabi, sorry. I said no. I didn't want it. Honestly, I didn't want it. I saw myself in this company where I was working at, where I was really actually doing a lot of work, where I was learning, I was growing and stuff like that. Yeah. So I had to stay. I didn't want to be in a comfortable place. I wanted to be in a hard place because I can like grow quicker. والحمد لله يعني نحن كالإمارات يعني المواطنين ومواطنات we're lucky. We're the government really cares for us.
100%.
It's not there's going to be opportunities for all of us. There always is. توطين, Emiratization, stuff like that. There's always going to be room for all of us. So at least invest in yourself. Try. Do your work. Don't just be like, I'm Emirati, I'll get the job. No. Just
Okay. No, that's not the issue even for me. Yeah. I'll be completely honest. I even don't mind if you have a wasta and you use your wasta. I'm a hustler, habibi.
Yeah.
My mentality is if I can open a door, I will open that door.
If I can get myself an interview, why not?
But what you do after?
Yes.
What you do after? Okay, you have a wasta. Your wasta worked. You got employed. That doesn't mean I'm just gonna sit, do nothing, and become lazy because I'm Emirati.
Yeah.
I'm entitled to this job. La.
No. صح.
Okay, I have some things I feel I am entitled to as a population. We're little.
We are. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, we are.
Alhamdulillah. They already, they give us land, the healthcare. Yeah, we are entitled to these
education,
things. We are entitled to these things. Alhamdulillah. But that doesn't mean everything. They should give us everything. That doesn't mean you should have the best job in the world just because you're Emirati and let's say the Egyptian, any nationality should not get that job just because you're Emirati.
Yeah,
I think performance should play a part 100%. As well.
Performance is such a
otherwise, we as a society, as a country, will collapse.
Thank you. Yes. But that's been changing also recently. I mean, I do see that. It wasn't the same 20 years ago. It really wasn't. Back then, it was a lot of wastas. I mean, I've heard a lot of times in a person just graduates, manager. Like what? Like you know? But no, it's a bit better. It's a bit better, but it needs improvement. It takes time. It takes time.
You know what's worse is people that think they're entitled to a promotion just because they spent enough time at a place.
Thank you.
like they have done nothing in those years. Zero self-development, zero growth, zero contribution, zero impact. Yet I completed 7-10 years. I need to become a manager now because that's the normal progression. But what have you done? Nothing. Okay. What will you do as a manager? Nothing. But I completed 10 years. I need to be a manager. I'm local.
This is exactly HR talk right now.
It doesn't make sense.
I see this myself as well a lot of times. Look, there's going to be people in society that are content with where they are.
Yeah.
They should know this. They're like, I don't want to really grow. I just want to get the money, go back home, do whatever I want to do. That's fine. Do what you want to do, عادي. But don't expect you'll be given like higher stuff if you don't apply yourself. And if a person comes up to me, I've been here for 10 years in the same position. Like, what did you do? Like I check, and then like I say performance stuff. You're doing nothing. You're even missing stuff. Why would I give you a promotion if you're not really trying? Why would I be rewarding negligence?
Yeah.
If you're running on cruise control, expect cruise control results.
You stay the same.
I heard this narrative recently, and please tell me what you guys think. I don't remember where. Was it a conversation, something I saw? I have zero recollection, but I remember what the conversation was about. Is about this Emiratization program and how purposefully some foreign HR entities would hire underperforming locals into positions just to use it as an excuse to say that
they've reached their limit, Emiratization.
Not just reach the Emiratization limit. Like you don't put those rules on us because every time we hire, they are underperforming and they're not doing that well. Therefore, give us the leeway to hire more diversified.
لا Ahmed, that's because most of those companies, and I'll be clear, without naming names, most of these companies are kind of sort of related to, let's say, property and real estate. Okay. The thing is, from what I know, in general, from different people in different places, they make sure that the environment they provide you with is an environment where you would not have any, let's say, productivity. Therefore, the result will be okay. يعني أنت you make any all the doors available for him to not show up, to not punch into. What will he do?
Not show up, not punch up.
He won't work. So you provide that, and you're just checking. Okay, we have an Emirati.
A lot of private companies do that. Yeah, a lot of private companies do that. They just fill the quota.
That's it. That's it.
They want to fill the quota.
No. Actually, sorry. They want you to come punch in. Just come punch in and punch out and leave.
And what do you think that does to our society?
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly. It lowers our it's horrible for our society. But I think they're changing that. Now it's there's more to. I think they actually check. I think there are human resources ministry and stuff like that. They check what's the person doing. Who are these nationals? What are they doing?
They're following up with them. But what I said is like because people like now the loopholes were closed before they hired silent workers. They put the hammer down on that program.
Yeah.
What you have all of these hires, none of them punch in. That's not allowed. No, we want real Emirati local people contributing and doing something. Yeah. I want to make my people better. If I'm speaking from His Highness's perspective. So we closed that loophole. Now another loophole, that's the narrative that I was told, is the other loophole is they would purposefully choose the worst candidates out of the applications just so that whenever they come check up on them, they say, these are the Emiratis that you want us to hire. They're always underperforming. Again, I don't remember when I heard this.
Okay, I don't know. I can see what you're doing. I can see that loophole. Yeah, I can see that. I know what you're saying. Yeah. I know what you're saying. They purposely pick the bad candidates.
Yep.
Just so they can underperform. And I look.
And remember, they're private companies, and when the Emirati, let's say the Emirati is employed. I know some people they're trying to work, they want to work, but they don't give them work.
Yeah,
they're hesitant with giving them work. They feel threatened. They're gonna take my position. Why would I feed the what's the
privileged?
Yeah, you know. So those are things that.
It's a common thing here in the expats and foreigners. They're scared of UAE nationals. Yeah. They're scared. They take their job. They take.
It's listen. Jokingly, because they will be. My team is gonna watch this episode 1,000,000%. Yeah. So definitely. Yeah. Anyways.
Hey Connor.
Clem especially. And William. Yeah. All of them.
Am I supposed to bleep those names? Am I supposed to?
No.
No, okay.
No, it's just names.
Random names.
Ahmed,
Khalid, Ahmed.
But no, we always fun because and joke around about me being local or oh yeah, man, Yousef is gonna take that. Oh, no. Anything, you know. They are deep down. They do think about
every joke has some kind of underlying to it.
Because I mean, I don't blame them because they're not in their countries. You know, they're kind of foreigners here. Yeah. So.
Because to them, I mean, let's go to like where they're from, whatever, UK, America, whatever it is. They don't have that kind of. The government actually cares for them.
Yep.
They don't. They find it as a privilege. We look at it as a giving to ourselves or investing in our I know it's a very professional HR thing to say, but I don't know what other word other than privilege is, because
no, you know what they call it. You know what we call it? LP. Local privilege.
Okay.
Anything, something could happen.
What's wrong with, like, let's say the government taking care of it?
Nothing.
If you ask the foreigners, like, nothing. Yeah,
nothing.
We wish we had that.
They're jealous, man.
They're just jealous.
They don't
look at the cameras.
Yeah, you're jealous. And you know what I tell them always? They say, we have free health. I say, okay, how long's the line? If you go to the hospital in the UK or in France, if you go to the emergency room, how long do you have to wait? Please tell me, enlighten me, please. Here the conversation starts. Oh man, yeah, you're right.
I say those things whenever they complain about the heat or humidity. I'm like, okay, do you get stabbed? like I bring those security.
Do you get taxed?
I mean, that might be coming soon. Let's not talk about
that. Before closing this episode, I think we will have another visit because we were supposed to have some political. This episode was supposed to be political. We didn't even
scratch the surface.
Yeah, we didn't even scratch the surface. It turned out to be more about society, martial about arts, religion, martial arts, parenting, society. I would say society. So I think we need a part 2.
Yeah,
that has.
All politics, all the things.
Yeah.
Okay,
we got the nitty-gritty out of the way. Now let's jump into politics.
But AQ, not the kind of politics that will.
We
like this place. We like.
I get you.
Actually, you know what?
Everything I say.
I don't need the time.
Everything I say is always within.
Yeah,
I know.
We're joking.
Dark humor.
How did you enjoy this podcast?
No, I really enjoyed the podcast.
You wanted to say something about the structure earlier. Like you said, because before we started, you asked what are the topics we were going to speak about.
Yeah, the reason why, I mean, of course, every podcast, like maybe they tell you usually what topics we want to talk about and stuff like that. But this is like, I mean, this is open. Like you guys just made it a conversation, which was really nice, honestly. Just a random conversation, hello, and then like topics become just come up randomly and stuff. That's very good. But if there's like a specific topic you want to talk about, you need to let the person know beforehand just to be prepared more. But if it was just more of a conversation, we'll talk. It's fine. Because like there's a lot of stuff, like let's say even our topics that we talk about, I could have like prepared more and read a bit, like I could have checked more on my book. There's a lot more stuff I wrote on my book, but I just like maybe I didn't.
The book didn't come out yet.
Yeah.
You gotta keep something for people to.
There's still a bit more stuff maybe I could have delved on, but I maybe forgot, or it's like in the back of my head or something like that. Like, you know, a lot of things like I wrote it because it's almost 25,000 words and stuff like that. So it's like a lot of. I can't remember everything and what I wrote about. You know, it's everything I read and I put it down.
We used to do that a lot. Yeah, in terms of. Saying the preparation topics, but we found it. Fully prepared stuff isn't that great. You're just like talking like a script. Like, it's like moving from one point to another. It's like everything is.
For instance, like if we stuck to the politics, because did you know he was writing a book?
No.
So that was a curveball to us.
Therefore, we were gonna talk about.
For example, like we were gonna dive into politics, but the curveball was, you're doing. Wait, I'm interested. This is genuine interest. Now a genuine conversation struck up from this curveball that I believe resulted into a very nice conversation.
No, it was a really good conversation.
It made me excited to read your book, or at least listen to it.
Audible, they have to.
I'll have to try to do something now. The manuscript is with the editing house, so we're just finishing up everything.
Inshallah.
So inshallah khair. We have the cover ready and everything.
Allah يوفقك. We really enjoyed having you on.
Thank you so much. I'll definitely come back again صراحة.
No, we will
talk about more politics. عادي. I'll tell you like what's happening, and I can tell you more, but it's all going to be within range. Don't worry about it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Much appreciated.